Hey, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Deckin Around. My name is Tyler,
I think my name's Steve.
and today we are really excited to have Xavier Spade on the show. If you're not familiar with Xavier Spade, I feel sorry for you. Dude is one of the most hilarious, nicest magicians out there. He's been in the scene for years and just does amazing stuff. Also, again, just such a good dude. I've been so excited for this one.
His sleight of hands are
Oh, it's
obnoxious.
phenomenal.
They're
Phenomenal.
obnoxious.
Absolutely phenomenal. So for anyone who doesn't know him, right after this show, you should go check out his YouTube channel, Xavier Spade, and we're going to link to that down below. But also, dude, we've been looking forward to this one since before our 24 episode. I know we snuck him on there as like a first timer, and we were really excited about it. But dude, I've been looking forward to just chopping it up with him long term. So
yeah, it's gonna be fun having him on the show, on his own show, I should say.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean,
we've
he's
been
been
talking to
popping
him a
in.
lot.
Yeah.
Other than that, but it's gonna be good to have him on here and talk everything.
Dude, he's been popping into a lot of the chats too, so we've always had a fun time. He's always making us laugh, so this is going to be a blast, man.
Yeah.
But before we jump into it, everyone, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's take a quick word from our sponsor here.
Join us as we celebrate the marvelous and fascinating things that surround us, all in the palm of your hands. You will be mesmerized. Follow us on Instagram at MarvelousDecks and at MarvelousDecks.com.
So I have to say, man,
please ring the bell.
the second I said it and I was like, oh man, I jumped into it too quick. I'm like, maybe he'll just jump in here. I'm glad you made it through. If you haven't rang the bell yet, you definitely should do it. And again, just for posterity's sake, like and subscribe. Give it a share to anyone you think is going to enjoy the show tonight. I know I'm going to enjoy the show. So everyone out there, without further ado, here is Mr. Xavier Spade. What is up, X?
What up?
Just like a random, like, first off, like, I love that, but why do you just have a random octopus tentacle?
Where?
Oh my god. For anyone who expected this to start off normal or go normal, you are in for quite the treat this evening.
I've had a pimple.
Nice. Dude, Leslie watches like hours of pimple popping videos.
Dude, I watched one yesterday of like someone taking some sort of cyst out of someone's back, and it was, I couldn't turn away, but it came out, dude, and it was the size like a golf ball.
What is wrong with you people?
Oh my god, it was one of those things where like I wouldn't search it out, but once you start watching, you have to see how it goes.
It's like a back apple.
Dude,
A back. A bapple.
Oh man.
Dude, welcome to your own show.
Oh yeah, that's weird. Yeah, I'm so used to just kind of jumping in on other people's stuff and
I know, right?
taking over.
We're excited for it. I mean, honestly, I knew we were going to have a blast when you came on this show. The second you messaged me after the 24-hour episode before it even ended, and you're like, I miss you guys. Can I come back on? I'm like, yes, you can.
I'm boy.
You're like, I can't go to sleep. Can I come hang out, guys? And I was like, yes.
We got
I don't wanna
Golly
be
and
a
Jackson
million
hitting
anymore.
us up.
What up, Golly? How you doing? Yeah, dude, we got a solid crowd here tonight. I'm excited for this.
Yeah.
X, how you doing, man?
I think people are just here for the tutorial I've been talking about.
Probably.
The everyone's gonna be pissed tutorial.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a banger, that's for sure.
Yep.
But
I mean,
how you doing, X? How's this whole pandemic been treating you, man?
it's fucking terrible. Yeah.
Right?
The worst thing in the world. And
Yeah. It's
other than, some other things going on, but thankfully January 6th we took got part of the problem out of the way.
There you go.
So, otherwise, it's just been pretty lonely, pretty boring, pretty mundane. Lately I've been excited about some stuff, but otherwise it's pretty fucking terrible.
yeah.
Dude, that is
Mark.
thank you, Mark.
very
Thank you so
buddy.
much, buddy.
Thank
Yeah,
you
dude.
so much.
Oh my god, I love it. We need like, hey, I wish that had sound effects. We need like an ASMR recording of that so we can play it every time
No,
someone
we don't. No, we don't.
every time someone donates.
God.
Got you, fam.
I would love it.
Only on the Xavier show.
Oh my god. But dude, so for anyone who isn't familiar, and again, I highly recommend everyone check out your YouTube channel and your Instagram because it is full of gems. I feel like everyone should check out the 24-hour episode when you shared a delightful picture of Jeremy riding your
me.
back, which killed me.
So good.
And I think after last week and a lot of the chats, I think the big question out there for everyone is how many famous magicians have you kissed?
The better question is, how many have I enjoyed? And the answer is a plethora.
A plethora.
Well, all right. I don't care how many you've kissed. Who's the best?
Oh boy. They're all good in different ways. Sometimes it's the flavor. Sometimes it's the pressure.
Oh my god, I feel like if the flavor's too far out there, it's concerning though. So
I mean, it's like the first time you eat Cool Ranch Doritos, right? Like, you don't know really what's happening, but then it's like, what have I been missing, right? Like,
That's a little different, though.
no, it's the same thing.
No,
Just
because it
spit.
depends. Cool Ranch Doritos, you know what they taste like, right?
No, I
Or you have
didn't.
an idea.
First time I ever, like, it's like the first time you ever have something new for the first time that everybody's like, man, this is dope. And then you try it and you're just like, I think I need to eat this like 3 more times. And then you just like keep going. You're like, oh yeah, this is the best magician spit I've ever had. I mean, food.
No, I'm not with you on that one.
I meant food.
absolutely of it. Oh my god, man. But on a serious note, for anyone out there who doesn't know, how did you really first get involved in magic?
Chris Ramsey.
Chris Ramsey, yeah. Chris Ramsey literally stayed in front of my house until I learned a card trick to teach him. And then he became bigger than me. No, actually, a kid in high school showed me some of the ropes, brought me to a shop, and then I'm still friends with him, actually.
Oh,
It's
really?
funny. Yeah, my boy Danny. He's a dope photographer.
Nice.
Like a dope photographer. I was like, oh my god.
That's
And,
kind of like the thing. You got to be a dope photographer if you want to be a good magician, right?
No, he was a magician
I'm
first,
screwed.
and then he kind of became the photographer.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But so actually I feel like that's a lot later than most people kind of get involved in magic because a lot of people, we talk to, they're like, oh yeah, I was 6 and someone showed me a trick at a birthday party or something and
Yeah, no,
bam, they were hooked.
Nah, it got me out of the gang life,
Yeah.
Good shit, man.
Selling the drugs.
Well, that's definitely a different kind of switch up there, but I think that's a good one. I think we're all happy for that.
Well, I mean, I grew up in a place where you don't know how long you're gonna make it, and so it was strange to find out that you can make money other ways than like working a 9-to-5 or being a cop that arrests you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was kind of a weird bunch of years realizing that. Like, I remember one of the first times I was sitting in a magic shop with my friends and I had drugs on me, like I was still selling. And a cop comes in, and I'm like, fuck, dude, like, oh. And the cop comes in and he's just like, hey, I need a deck of cards, I gotta go do a gig, and he buys the cards and he leaves. I'm like, y'all cool with that? Like, yeah, he's going to do a gig. I was like, you can make money off of this? And then it just went from there. A different Danny started bringing me to shows and showing me the ropes and stuff. And yeah.
Nice,
stuck
man.
with it.
That's sweet. Well, we're glad to have you in this community.
Well, I'm glad to be had. Hey.
No question about it. I think, it's interesting to see because I think a lot of people don't even realize the amount of things you've been involved in. Obviously, you're a creator on your own. You have your YouTube channel. You have an Instagram. You are one of the founders of Lost Art Magic, which I think is really such an interesting direction because I think a lot of times magicians love to create, but they don't always embrace that entrepreneurial side of it.
I mean, but that's the case in all of magic, not just like a lot of the people who do shows don't know how to run a business. A lot of people even fathom what's necessary to run a business, which is why most of them shit on social media when they need it the most.
Let's be honest. A lot of people who have businesses don't know how to run businesses.
This is true. I'm still learning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, I know how to get people to pay attention at least. You know?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you're interesting and you're good at what you do. You know,
Yeah.
not everybody can do that, even if they're good
but,
at
I
what
mean,
they do.
there's like 3 ways to be really big on social media. You know, interesting, have a skill, or just be a voluptuous female. That's really it.
Yeah, it's definitely changed in the past 2 years. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
You know, it's yeah, I mean, especially in the past year, but you know, just social media in general, whether it's YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok now.
Yeah.
It's
TikTok is a
totally
powerhouse right now.
changed. So many
TikTok
things.
is crazy. TikTok, it still astounds me how overnight someone can go from not nobody, but unknown to having hundreds of thousands of people be able to recognize them.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
But
Yeah, I mean,
you know, the thing is, a lot of those people aren't even recognized as much as their numbers are recognized, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's so true. We were actually, Tyler and I, we were on looking up someone, you know, because we were told about somebody and we looked them up, and on TikTok they have, what was it, like 400,000 followers?
Yeah.
And we looked up all their videos and they went viral once or twice.
Mm-hmm.
And then all their other videos had like 5,000 views.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where a couple of them had like 3, 4, 5 million.
Yep.
And that's what got them all the views. And now,
But yeah, there's no longevity to it.
yeah, now there's like nothing. So to like constantly stay up there, obviously you have to keep producing that type of...
It was the same kind of thing with Vine, though. Like when Vine was huge, you know, people would blow up off of one 6-second video, and then the rest of their content was garbage. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think a lot of it, you know, it's interesting to see how much, and I think a lot of times people don't realize how much effort and energy goes into being a long-term successful creator, because it is not only just finding one thing and continuing to do it. You need to be constantly evolving, constantly finding the next trend and figuring out what people want, and even being on the forefront of that trend, because otherwise, you know, if you rely on the same one, just like a magician who only can do one trick, you're not really a magician, you're just a guy who knows one trick. You can't go out and perform a routine or go to a gig doing the same trick over and over again. So ultimately, social media is interesting.
Each side of it has its pluses and minuses. You know, like if you're doing gigs, you know, you do the same 4 or 5 tricks. You're traveling around, you're dealing with customers or checks or companies or whatever it is, right? And traffic and travel and suits and all that nonsense. But you're doing the same show over and over, versus I don't deal with any of that shit, but I have to come up with new content all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? So there's pluses and minuses to everything.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And when did you know you really wanted to first get into that whole like YouTube grind now?
I didn't. In a way, I still don't. But
how's your OnlyFans?
Yeah, sure.
My OnlyFans is tanking, man. Like, I don't know. I thought earlobes would be the thing.
I mean, they are for some people.
Yeah, but not enough. You know, I need to do like furry feet. I think that'll be the thing.
You just call your account Hobbit fans, you'd be set.
Oh, dude. Frodo feet.
Frodo fans.
Frodo fans.
Oh my god.
That's all I
No,
read.
but like Ramsey was the one that really pushed me on the social media thing. Like, you know, he started it first, and he was always telling me like, "Yo, let's do this. I think it'll be dope." And I was like, no, I gotta, you know, pay bills, and it's not real. I was on that whole train.
Yeah.
And then he blew up a little bit, and he's like, "Yo, man, let's do this. Like, I'm telling you to work. Like, blah blah blah." And I was like, but I got my company and my bills, and eventually I just gave in, and he was right.
Yeah.
You know, what can I say?
Friggin' jerk, he was right.
He's a fucking dick. I love the guy, but he's a dick.
Well, you know what? When you got a friend who's encouraging you to jump into something where there's really no skin in it for them, whether you do it or not, you know it's probably not a bad idea.
Yeah, but that's the thing, man. He didn't just push me into it. He literally forced me into it. He would call me every morning, like, "Wake up! What are you doing? Like, make some content. What are you filming? Let me see this. Let me see that." then he would like call me on FaceTime and I would be editing and he would be editing. He goes, "Yo, send me what you're doing." I'm like, "No, I don't like that." I'm like, "What the fuck you want me to do about it?" He goes, "Refine it." You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
he literally made me do it and I'm not complaining. You know, like I knew I get it. I appreciated it because in a way I needed it. I have fucking depression, so I just stay in bed and just fucking rubbing cheese on me or something.
That's probably another OnlyFans idea right there.
Hold on.
You might wanna turn a, I don't know, like maybe a gimmick out of that, or
No, just check out for cheesy tums
Oh my god,
on
cheesy.
OnlyFans.
Oh my god.
So
I
how
know.
has the whole pandemic stuff, affected your mental health?
In the beginning it was really bad. In
Yeah.
the beginning it was really bad. And I mean, listen, if you're gonna ask me about things with other people, a lot of times Ramsey's gonna come up because we talk a lot. So
Yeah.
just I'm not name dropping.
Nah, no worries, dude.
I
We've
was
talked to
talking
you long enough.
Celine
We know you're
Dion
humble.
like I was talking to Celine Dion about this. And, she didn't want name dropping.
That's not name dropping. That's definitely not name dropping.
Yeah. But that Wheezy, right?
Yeah.
So, so I remember after about 2 months, like when this whole thing happened, they were like, "Oh, 30 days and everything will be back to normal." I was going, man, they're just doing that because if the government said, "Hey, we have to shut everything down for 2 years," there would have been a war.
Yeah.
Right? So, like 30, 60 days in, I'm just like, oh, this is not good. Like, I don't know what to do. People are dying and all this other stuff. And I'm talking with Ramsey. He goes, "Dude, I get it. Like, I don't know what to do either. But, we can help somebody for a few minutes, and that's got to be worth something, right?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, I guess so." And then I started filming more, And that's kind of just how I think about it. Like, I try not to think so much about what's going on as much as I just try to focus on the content now.
Right.
Makes sense.
Sounds selfish, but sometimes it needs to be.
Well, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it sounds selfish at all. I think it's.
I don't think so either. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
And ultimately, like you said, you can help someone out for a few minutes there. You provide them a little bit of an escape, but in turn, that creation yourself is your escape. So it's really highly, unselfish because at the end of the day, it's helping someone else out there.
Right.
So I think that's awesome, man.
You can't offer anything to anybody if you're not at a certain spot in your
exactly.
being,
I just want to answer a question. Somebody said if I saw In and of Itself. I saw In and of Itself 14 times. Not because I wanted to. It's a great show, but every time somebody came to New York, they're like, "X, we're going to see the show tonight," and I'm just like I literally just came from the earlier show. Like, tonight, we're going tonight.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, nor have I. So I guess we'll have to watch it after this show tonight.
No, it's an awesome show. Just understand that it's not a magic show.
Yeah.
Right.
Like people, that was one of the things people were like, they would leave the show and they go, "Oh, it's not a magic show." Like, he never said it was a magic show, dick.
If you read the synopsis, it doesn't sound like a magic show at all.
It's not. It's not at all.
Storyteller and conceptual magician Derek Delgadio attempts to understand the illusory nature of identity and answer the deceptively simple question, "Who am I?" Like, if you think you're getting magic out of that, you're highly confused. There's
he had some magic in there, and some of the magic was
illusion.
dope. Some of it was right, but it didn't matter. It had, at the end of the day, the first time I saw the show was with Garrett Thomas. If you don't know who Garrett Thomas is, he's amazing. And they come to this one part in the show where it's like the tearjerker part, right? And I look over at Garrett, and he's like, "Oh," right? And I go, "Oh shit, no, man!" And we just start fucking bawling. Like, this fucking guy made me cry.
That is the sign of a real man.
Yeah.
If you can cry and you're a man,
I didn't have a choice.
I like
Eric
it.
made me do
There you go.
it.
There you go. Oh man.
That's
You know,
funny.
I gotta say, you know, it's interesting to hear that. Obviously, the pandemic, and you know, someone actually mentioned in the chat that your early videos really seem like, get me out of the house. I need interaction. This is not something I'm happy with. And I agree. I'd looked at a lot of those, and I was like, all right, like it's definitely an interesting, different side. I think compared to your other high energies, exciting videos. But it seems like you've really kind of swung back around now. You're actually your videos have kind of taken somewhat of a pivot within your channel from being, you know, magic instruction to actually helping magicians understand this whole Zoom world
Oh
we're
yeah,
living in.
because they were fucking terrible. Oh,
I mean,
man.
not even magicians, just people in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I think some of it could help people in general,
Yeah.
but what I was really looking at was, you know, cameras and magic are something so different. You know, like I remember when I wanted to find somebody to help me film something, I'd just go grab a film student. It's like I can't because they don't understand what to look for and what's bad, what they shouldn't be seeing, right? Like even with an editor, you can't have a regular editor with magic. You need somebody who understands.
Yeah.
So when you have people that understand magic but they don't understand cameras, there's nowhere to go after that aside from somebody who has done that. So I saw a couple of Zoom shows and a terrible lecture on Zoom and doing shows online, and I was like, you know, I could sit here and just shit on everything, or I could say, here's how you make it better, and then shit on you for not doing it.
Right.
The second one's a lot more fun.
It is
Yeah.
more fun.
Because now you have no
yeah.
excuse. I literally
Yep.
give you everything, and I'm not done with it with the series either. I still
Yeah.
have more to do.
Right.
I gotta say
But-
though, I love the abrasiveness of the titles too, because I think it's abrasive in a way that actually catches someone's eye and almost challenges them to be like, prove me wrong. You know?
Yeah. Right.
I mean, that's Spade with everything he does.
I'm an
Yeah, and I
abrasive,
love
I'm an
it.
abrasive kind of dude. You know,
Yeah.
like what am I supposed to make your shows bearable to the public? You know, like that's fucking worse.
Yeah.
So here's the funny thing: you have three dudes from the East Coast who understand the same lingo. Okay,
Yes.
like that. This is.
Dangerous.
I would love to have someone from like just from California, like come and check out our behind the scenes conversations.
Oh my
It's so
God.
bad.
And yeah, you know, and sometimes, you know, we were talking about this one day this week about the difference between being rude and you know, maybe not having tact, and then
Sure. Yeah.
saying the same thing but just saying it a little differently. You know, you could have the same intenseness
Yeah.
and the same abrasiveness or something.
Yeah.
But I think it depends on how you deliver that.
Well,
Yeah,
you know,
delivery is
I was
key.
having an argument. Maybe this is related, maybe not. Maybe I just wanted to bring it up because I'm stupid. But I was having this argument on Facebook. Like, that's what we should be talking about. And
You know what? No, that's a good thing. That shows that even you, the great Xavier Spade, is out there fighting with trolls on Facebook.
oh my god, dude! And this basically, Mark Calabrese was like, you know, fuck Rush Limbaugh, like, you know, whatever. And I jumped in and I was like, yeah. And some guy was like, you know, for if you don't like hate speech, blah blah blah. And I was like, why is that hate speech? Somebody died. He was a piece of shit, and we're saying fuck him. That's not hate speech, right? So I gave him an example. I was like, if I say, fuck the guy who hates black people versus fuck black people, that's a big difference,
Right.
Yeah.
right? One is hate speech, and one is a racist.
Right. Yeah.
Right? And one is dislike of a racist. You know, like, how do you mix that up? I was like, the word fuck doesn't make it hate speech. I fucking love that movie. That's not hate speech towards a movie.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the greatest thing. That's the great thing about the word fuck.
Fuck,
It means
right.
so many different things, and you can use it in
It's like a
various
comma.
ways.
It's like a comma.
Yeah.
the greatest comma.
I'm not gonna lie, I like a good comment. I like the word fuck, so works out perfect.
Ow.
Oh my God.
You started it,
No.
Steve. You started it, Steve.
No.
You started it, dude.
Oh my god,
Oh,
absolutely love it. But so how do we get on you talking to a Facebook troll? What was that related to?
Fuck Facebook.
Well, I mean, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Oh my god.
I don't remember. I don't want to remember. Fuck Facebook.
Oh my god. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Funny.
But so now, we were talking a little bit about social media earlier in general and getting pushed to get involved with that. Someone had actually asked, what's one of the best ways to continue getting viewers to your content? And I think this is probably one of the biggest questions in the world for anyone looking to get into this. And I'm not going to say, hey, what's the magic formula to it? Because I don't think that's necessarily there is a magic formula. I think a lot of it is personality and drive, and a lot of it is, understanding what's going on with social media, and then a small portion of luck.
Yeah,
That
but
being-
it kind of is understanding the platform too, right?
Yeah.
So, if you look at let's take Facebook, right? The content that's blowing up right now is this mindless, shitty, fake story content, right? Like the other day, fucking Jabrizi, right? He posted this video where he's a military dude, right?
Ridiculous.
But what people aren't seeing is that if you look at the words he's putting, right? He's like, this is a short film, none of this is real. Like, he's literally saying it's bullshit.
Yeah.
But the way Facebook is formatted, if you click on the video, you don't see any of that.
Yeah.
Right? So you look at the people watching the videos and commenting, they're like, oh, this person was such a big heart. Right? They're getting all emotional about this bullshit story. It's like, bro, take 2 seconds and you'll see that it's complete bullshit, right?
Yeah.
But people are looking for an outlet for something. So this type of content just fucking lets it happen. Then you go to Instagram, and I was making a joke before, but I was also kind of serious. You're either good at something, really good, you're a type of personality, or you're voluptuous. And if you look at Instagram content, that's kind of what it is. Instagram content has now been an OnlyFans push for a lot of attractive women.
Yep. That and expensive cars.
And expensive cars, right? Like, but that's a smaller percentage, right?
Yeah.
It's just whatever. Then you go on Twitter, and Twitter is this, like, brain food. Like, everything is supposed to be cerebral there and high intensity. It's like, nah. And then you go to YouTube, and it's every platform has its thing, and how you navigate those platforms determine how well you're going to do to a degree. But the other side of it is consistency, your quality, to everything. And people say, oh, well, this guy does 2-second videos with a fucking potato and he's got 20 million followers. I go, yeah, but that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Right? He's not trying to do a different thing. That's what he's doing. He's working at that.
Yeah.
Right? So it's so hard to say, how do you get views? Because I'm having trouble with that. Everybody has trouble with that.
Yeah.
The way you get views is to keep trying things and, taking a risk and investing in something sometimes and taking the loss. The more you lose, the better you'll do.
Yeah. Well, if you learn,
If you're willing to pay attention, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, 100%. That's where a lot of it is.
Kingswell's project is.
Yeah, Jackson's.
Oh.
Oh my god, Jackson, you just need to go around on that little manual forklift
Pallet-
saying you're
pallet
voluptuous
jack.
around the pallet jack, telling people you're voluptuous. See how that turns out.
What size is your man's ear or your bro?
Your bro.
Your Brozia.
Oh my
Bro's
god,
ear.
I didn't know we were having the Costanzas over for this show.
So
What
have
do you
you,
call that?
during this whole craziness, you've been creating a lot of content.
Not as much as I'd like, but some.
I mean, nobody's creating as much as they'd like, right? To an extent.
I don't know. Some people are. They're like, oh, I'm good. 1 video a year.
Right. Yeah, well.
Yeah. Have you?
Those are the ones that Tyler, like he said, those are the lucky ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But have you been working on anything else, or?
Yeah. I've tried to change the type of tutorials I'm doing. I figured, fuck it. I'm probably gonna get COVID and die anyway, so I'm just gonna.
Oh my god.
I'm
Let's not
just
say
gonna
that.
fucking give it all away.
That's
So
nice.
I don't care if it's for sale for anything like that. I'm just gonna teach it.
Dude, that's one way to do it.
You had
for
a big tutorial that you were gonna teach, right?
Well, no, I'm not gonna teach it. I was planning to watch it here with you guys. I'm gonna premiere it, and if anybody has any questions.
Thank you so much, Lesher Domain.
Oh, thank you so
And
much,
X
man.
will definitely be talking about his new deck tonight. Don't you worry at all.
Thank
He'll
you,
be
thank
touching
you.
on
I
that.
don't know if I should. I'm still wearing pants.
I'm still waiting. Oh my god. I mean, listen, you can touch on it all you want. This isn't a family show.
And if it is a family show, I fucked it all up.
Oh my god, dude, we were at 4 minutes and 48 seconds when the first F-bomb dropped, so
Yeah, true that.
Was
How
it
about
4
this?
minutes?
yeah, it
I'm
was
gonna set this-
4:48.
I'm gonna set the video to premiere,
Alright.
All right, let's do it.
and then let's see.
Griffin's like, let's see this deck.
I'm gonna tell you, it is a beautiful deck and it handles great. I think anyone out there who's looking for a new worker deck is gonna be super pleased with this one.
I agree.
What's today's date? 8/14.
Today's 218.
8. Let's do 8:45. So at 8:45, the video is gonna go live.
Awesome.
And what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna pull it up on stream here so everyone in the chat can check it out.
It's gonna
As-
be live.
Yes, live. So you're not only gonna get to see X premiere his video, you're gonna get all the fun commentary
Oh,
of
wait, it
X.
couldn't update.
How would you break it, man?
No,
The video is so good it broke YouTube.
that'd be fun.
Oh my god, that would be something else.
Unless it's happening right now. I don't know.
Yeah, right.
That'd be fun.
I didn't get a notification, so hopefully.
All right, no, I'm just gonna set it live. Oh fuck the premiere.
It says premiering now.
Oh shit. Okay.
All right, so let me pull this up on screen here. I just got to get this in the right thing. It's gonna take me a second. I was unprepared.
Yeah, I think we all were. Oh, we got like a minute and a half.
A minute 22. All right, so we have a little bit of time there. So
We got a minute and 22.
yeah,
Nice.
of course, part of the problem is though on our side there's gonna be no sound for the premiere.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh. Well. That's a...
Wilder says 8:45. Ugh, my wife wants me upstairs by then. You're gonna have to tell her to wait. I don't know what to tell you there, man. This is a once in a lifetime experience here.
What is it? It's a 4-minute video, right? 5-minute video?
I don't remember.
I think it was somewhere around there.
Yeah. Griffin's like, sucks for you.
I love the love we have in this chat.
I just hope people like the video. To be honest.
I have to say I'm excited for this, man.
It's always a toss up. Like you never know.
I also dig the title. Amazing.
Yeah, because I'm giving it all away. So
I'm giving it all away.
I'm giving it all away.
The best part about this tutorial is at the end you can get the link to his OnlyFans.
Mm. Cheesy Tums.
Cheesy Tums or Frodo Feet, whatever you're into.
Cheesy Tums is cheesy tummy. That's what that stands for.
Yeah, I got a deep belly button too. I can hold a lot of cheese whiz.
All right, so am I sharing this thing here?
Yeah, because it's already going.
All right.
It's going, huh?
Share. And drop the branding and where are we at? Bam.
Oh, dude, we gotta play the sound.
I can't pull the sound through.
I don't know.
Let me see what I can do.
If I share it, could you hear it?
So
Yeah.
if you share it directly, yeah.
What do you mean if I share it directly?
Oh yeah. If you share it like your screen, the sound should pull through.
Okay. Let's do that.
Now let me.
Let's do this.
Dude. We're only missing the intro, peeps, so no worries. Nothing.
Yeah,
What up, Yin Hao? How you doing, man?
sure. Strange.
Yin How how you doing, man?
Andrew on Twitch says OnlyFans, sign me up. I'm gonna tell you, man. OnlyFans is the next Patreon.
The next,
Here we go.
it's the current.
Yeah. All right.
All right, here we go.
We're not getting sound on yours either.
No?
No.
Oh, it's just fucked all around. All right, well, we're just gonna watch it together.
All right. What is
Why
this
don't you
BS?
pull,
with
why don't you pull
Premiere?
up the actual video and play that?
So yeah,
Um,
if you can actually stream the video direct from your PCX.
I don't have it on my PC.
Oh, give me 2 seconds. I don't have it on. anything on my side either.
Yeah. Well, after this show, you could just go watch it.
we'll definitely drop the link in the
Yeah.
description.
We'll just talk over it right now.
Look at
Yeah.
perfect. You actually threw on the subtitles for us. So
Yeah.
uh,
Oh wait, I could just hold on.
Don't tell me.
Okay, here we go.
Also,
There you
double
go.
cross.
There you
Double
go.
cross. And unbelievableopes. Unbelievableopes. And if you don't know what the unbelievableope is, it's a dope effect by Jeff Kaler. And if you don't want to spend the money, I'm going to show you how to build this as well. So let's just get into it. Let's start with the unbelievableope. And we'll show you how to start making these bad boys. So what you'll notice about the unbelievableope.
a man. What's this here?
here?
Oh,
Don't talk.
God, if you were wearing headphones.
Do the effect. That's pretty much it right there. So when you're done, you're pretty much left in this position. It doesn't take a lot to just close this up and put this stuff away. And you know, that's pretty much it. So anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please go follow no1.shop. That's it. I'll see you guys in the next video. A peace.
I'm a scrubber just to love you. Even though I don't make no money, you've been there when the times get ugly.
Alright, so there you go.
Amazing. So
That was
everything's
sick, man.
live right now, huh?
Yep, it's all live.
Dang, everybody. Well, everyone can go to no1.shop. That's N01.shop and
Yep.
pick up your Dead
Oh,
Hands
yeah.
deck.
I got it backwards here. I'm like, oh yeah. I was telling
Go
Steve the other day too.
Get it.
I absolutely love this deck. I didn't see it until you did the quadridiptych photo that it's actually a hand on it. And
Yeah.
I thought it was just like really cool, like relief, like swooshes on it. I'm like, dude, this is dope. And then I was like, that's a hand. This is even more dope.
Yeah. Yeah, it's you know, grab the deck.
It's so
Absolutely love it.
exciting.
You know, this has been a long time in the works for you. Tell us a little bit about, why you decided to create your own deck, man.
That is what the trailer talks about, actually. The actual trailer for the deck talks about.
Which is very true. So, and that is actually up on no1.shop as well, right?
No.
No?
No. So the website is going to be redone because it's Garbo, and I didn't find that out until today. But
Gabo, huh?
Garbo, yeah. It was. You know what? Actually, I can download the trailer right now and just talk about it in the meantime.
And so one of the really cool things, just to throw it out there too, if anyone hasn't checked out no1.shop yet, there is a limited quantity of special bricks available where if you pick up one of those special bricks, you're actually going to get a signed deck from X included in that. So you get 11 standard dead hands decks, and you'll get one signed and sealed dead hands deck from X. It's also hand numbered. And the nice thing about it, it's actually signed under the cello. So for all the collectors out there, it won't smudge, it won't wear. You don't have to worry about it coming off. So for anyone who hasn't checked it out, definitely head over to no1.shop. And I'm going to drop that, actually pin it in the chat here if I can. YouTube doesn't always like me putting links in the chat, even though it's...
Oh, YouTube.
Trying to buy the special brick, but it won't go through, huh?
What kind? It might be a thing. Wait.
What is it? What is it telling you? Rustin.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I can play this.
There you go, Joel. I just dropped it in the chat for you. It's actually pinned to the top of the chat.
So if I share my screen on this, will that have audio?
Yes. So actually, you don't even have to share your screen. There's an option on the share that says share video file. And if you do that, it'll pull the video file straight through and play the audio as well. Rustin, are you sure you put in the correct expiration date? That is odd if it's saying it's expired.
Yeah. Usually.
Huh. Sometimes with Shopify, it only takes a 2-year digit for the expiration date. If you try to put in all 4, it might have only taken the 20. Try just changing it to 24 and see if that fixes. I bet you no one thought Deckin Around would become tech support tonight.
Yeah, right?
But
yo, I think my computer just ate my video.
Really? Was that
my
good,
God.
huh?
Oh no,
That's
here it is.
that's how things end up leaked on the internet, man.
Yeah. Hey, yo. Video file.
So guys, we are going to get a first look here.
Yes, it is. Okay.
We are hopefully going to get a first look here at the
There it is.
trailer for the Dead Hand. So let me pull this in right here, everybody, and let's watch.
I guess it started at the end.
Oh, did it? There we
What
go.
a year. Has it been a year? I lost track of how long it's been. So much has happened. So many gone. Some because of, well, you know. And others because of severe differences that couldn't be settled with talking or logic. It's made me think a lot about things. Things I accomplished, but mostly things I didn't. Here's a little story. Playing cards in the last bunch of years are so much more than they were before. They're about style and expression over utility. They're about our interests above looking normal. I remember opening the first deck of cards I bought for Magic and not for a game of spades. And I remember saying, I should make a new design because I'm bored of these. I remember holding my first deck of custom cards and thinking how crazy it would be. What if I made my own deck? I remember my friends starting companies and getting their first decks in. I remember them giving me cards and using them thinking it would be dope to have my own cards one day. I remember looking at all the cards that have been given to me over the years from friends and wondering what it would be like for people to use my cards and toss friends my deck. I remember throughout all the years grabbing decks to practice with until my hands were cramped and bloody. The sharp pain going through the palms of my hands. I remember trying to use my fingers after my hands were dead. I remember thinking, I have to work harder. So I wanted to accomplish something. I remember opening my first deck of cards. Practice until you have dead hands with me.
That was dope, dude.
Dude, so good.
That was so dope.
Thanks.
So good.
You know, this actually ties into a topic that I kind of wanted to ask a little bit earlier about, was the idea that, you know, yeah, you're a magician, yeah, you're a social presence, but you're also an exceptional videographer.
Oh,
Dude, I mean, honestly,
I'm
I've
not ready
seen...
for that title.
No, I mean, listen, I'm not trying to blow up your head here or anything. You know, I genuinely think you're a phenomenal videographer. Every time I've seen your videos, I think the production quality is beautiful, but you've also done a lot of work behind the scenes, helping people with their video, which I think is great because you're now bringing that to the front of everything with your YouTube videos. But was that kind of a secondary kind of love gained through magic, or now were you always into videos?
No.
No?
I got into videos because of Illusionist.
Okay.
So years ago, I had a company called The Daily Deception, and it was a website that I was running that was supposed to be like a one-stop shop magic news. You know, shows, conventions, products, everything, right? And through that, I had a student who wanted to put out a product, and he got kind of screwed over by a couple of companies, and he was my first product, his trick. But in that, Eric Jones was working at Illusionist, and he goes, hey, we have this spot open, make me a video talking about this thing, and just be you know, silly and stupid. So I did. I made this this video in like a t-shirt with mustard on it and shit, and like I was drawing mark on my face. I didn't have a beard at the time, so I drew a beard in with a marker.
Nice.
And at the end of the video, my whole face was red because I washed it off and kept filming.
Oh,
I
okay.
didn't understand sequencing. So I ended up getting the job, and I was the guy that became what Ramsey and Madison became. I was the first prototype.
Nice.
So, you know, I had this show called Rewind and so on and so forth. But at the time, I was literally just using a phone camera to film, and they sent me my first DSLR, which I had no idea how to use.
Wow.
And, you know, they gave me a DSLR, a lens, a tripod, and lights, and they're like, give us a video next week. And I was like, fuck, what do I do? And I just started doing it. Like, I was thrown into it. And I just stuck with it because I guess I started realizing real quick that this was kind of the direction things were going to go. You know, at the time, it was like the beginning of the end of DVDs, and Netflix was like just starting to not really push DVDs anymore, things like that.
Yeah.
This is something, you know? So I just stuck with it, and then for a while I was like filming for every company, or, you know, doing that for a while, and helping people with filming their shows, or their gigs, or their this and that, and just started doing it for myself.
Nice, man.
Yeah,
And
that's awesome.
I mean, and now I think film and photography are two of those things where two of those mediums where you're always learning. No one's ever really a master in everything with it. But I think, you know, you've really built up a pretty significant knowledge of it at this point. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people who come to you when they do have these video issues or questions, or, you know, even in this situation, you know, we popped on one of your streams a couple weeks back, and you were actually streaming building a computer for a friend of yours who was looking to get into Zoom magic, and walking them through that whole process. You know, have you kind of gained like that love of teaching from a lot of this stuff you got into, or has it always kind of been there for you?
Kind of always got into it. You know, like when, you know, I was doing EMS for a while, I was teaching that. We got into magic, and one of the things that I realized was that I was learning things in magic to be able to answer the questions of people that I was teaching, so that I could guide them in the right direction or show them something. So it wasn't really that I got better because I wanted to. I got better because I wanted them to be better.
Yeah.
In a weird way. And I was actually talking to my friend about this the other day. A lot of the things that I'm doing now is stuff that I was telling people to do about a decade ago. And instead of doing it for them, I'm just doing it for myself now.
Nice, man. And, we talked a little bit earlier about the fact that, it's a lot more satisfying when you teach someone something and they don't do it versus just being like, what you're doing is shit. Have you found that people kind of take your advice to heart when you talk to them about this? I mean, I'm assuming that when people approach you, more often than not, they're like, all right, cool. Like, I'm going to listen to what this guy's saying,
It's not true.
No? All right.
So when people approach me, it's for one of two things, right? It's either they want an ego stroke or they are looking for answers, right?
Okay.
So forget about tech, right? I'll just put it in a magic perspective. People approach me at a convention. They go, hey, X, can you take a look at something I've been working on? And I go, okay. They're like, you just want to show me, or do you... He goes, oh, I just want to show you. I go, okay, cool. They show me what they're doing, and I go, cool, thanks. Right? And I walk away. Because if I were to give advice there, that's not what they want.
Yeah.
They just wanted to share that thing. And if I overstep that, I could be the dick, right?
Yeah.
And then other times I say, can you actually help me with it? Okay, that's a different thing. But sometimes people go, hey, what do you think of this? But they already have an answer. And if you give them an answer they don't like, you can literally see the moment their eyes gloss over and they're no longer talking to you. They're just there. You know what I mean? So you're over there like, and that's why you should, and you're spitting out all this shit that you know, and they're just like, yeah, cool. I'm gonna go take a shit now, right? And they fucking leave.
Oh my god.
So sometimes yes, sometimes no. I just, when it comes to YouTube, I kind of look at it as I'm just shitting it out there, and whoever listens to it, and that's the end of it. When it's in person, it's literally the same thing. I'm just kind of shitting it out there, and whoever listens to it, and whoever doesn't, I don't care, because half of the times, if it's something that there's very few things that I will say definitely unless I absolutely know it.
Yeah.
Right.
Otherwise I'll say, I don't know, but maybe this, but, right? But if I know it absolutely, I'm gonna tell you absolutely.
Right.
Nice. No, I think that makes a lot of sense, especially, I mean, it's got to be frustrating, again, having that desire to kind of share and teach and having people come up and not heeding what you tell them or share with them. I think at the same time you've gotten over the frustration there.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah.
You have to, because, you're just going to kill yourself trying to take it personal. You know what I mean? So...
I feel like there's been a lot of growth in your journey here of Magic, in the sense of like all the stuff you've realized isn't worth getting upset over or focusing on or struggling with, and really kind of focusing more on what you realize is going to be important to you and valuable to you, and whether people see the value in it or not, that's on them.
Yeah, exactly. It is on them.
Right.
So, how many times have you offered help to somebody that if they just did this one thing, right, it will solve all their problems? But they won't do it. They procrastinate. They say, but I feel, whatever. And they put up a roadblock, and then it all kind of falls apart. Then they eventually do that one thing, and then they come back to you and they go, I wish I would have done it.
Right.
Right? So sometimes people want to learn, but other times people don't want to learn. They need to figure it out. And that's okay.
Right.
That's okay. You just got to deal with the consequences.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of like an opinion, right?
Yeah.
Kind of. It's like if someone comes to you and they just want to share what's going on for them, they don't necessarily want you to resolve it. They just want you to listen, and it's kind of the same idea. They just want to show you their trick. They just want you to watch and see what they've been working on.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
And for you to just, in not so nice terms, just shut up and watch, basically.
Yeah. And that's okay. You know, like it took me a while to realize that.
Yeah.
But
I was gonna say, was that a hard lesson to learn?
Well, the hard lesson to learn for me was understanding that I don't have to understand. So one year I was at Magic Live in Vegas, and I had just started the social media stuff, and you know people were starting to hear my name and recognize my name and all this stuff. And Chris Ramsey again is, you know, I'm sitting there drinking behind him, sitting down. Chris is talking to somebody, and somebody comes over and goes, "Hey, Chris, I heard Xavier's here. You know, like I want to meet him." And Chris is so good at this stuff, dude. I'm so not. He turns around, he goes, "Oh, yeah, he's right here." And he fucking turns around, right? And I'm sitting there drinking my scotch like an angry bastard. And the kid is like, "Oh, X, nice to meet you, blah, blah." I just go, "Yeah, what?" And right? And he goes, "Oh, I just, you know, yeah, cool, whatever." Right? Like, and Danny Garcia fucking walks over to me, right? And he goes, "Hey, man, can I fucking talk to you real quick?"
Thank you so much, Joel.
Thank you, Joel. We appreciate the support, man.
Yay, Joel. And
I'm not gonna lie, the new cards are sick.
Thanks for supporting.
Thank you. So Danny calls me over. He goes, "Hey, man, what the fuck is your problem?" I go, "What?" He goes, "You just fucking ruined that kid for no reason." And I was like, "Why does he give a shit about me? Like, what have I done? I make fucking videos? Like, what the fuck does that mean?" He goes, "No, I get it, but don't be a dick. Like, you don't have to fuck it up for him."
Nah.
Right? And I was like, "Yeah, but I don't understand." He goes, "You don't have to understand, just don't fuck it up for him." And it was like that moment that was just like, the sky opened up, and it was like, I don't have to care, right? Just don't fuck it up for them, you know? Like, people, and it took me a while to realize, people approach me or other people with a fear sometimes, right? Yeah. And the fear is that rejection, the attitude, that thing, right? And you don't want to fulfill that, right? You just want them to leave happier than they did before they came up to you.
Yeah.
So sometimes that means you give them some time. Sometimes that means you talk to them for a bit and you help them with something. Whatever. You know, just give them. It doesn't cost anything. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah. It's interesting because it's like, you know, we've talked about this many times. You never know when you're going to save a life, right? You literally could just say hi to someone and you made their whole day worth it. Yep. You know, and it's, we never know when that day is going to be for somebody. And that's why we always have to be just aware of.
Thank you, Joel.
Thank you again, Joel.
We appreciate
so much,
it,
buddy.
Yeah, Joel.
Moo.
Moo.
So I think, you know, it's important because, like you said, don't ruin it for him. In your mind, I mean, it kind of goes both ways, right? It's like, obviously this kid is coming up to you. You're his idol. He looks up to you. You know, whatever it may be.
Still baffles my mind.
And that's the thing, you know, especially for people who, you know, you have depression and stuff like that. So your wavelength of thinking is totally different.
My self-worth to me is like this.
Right. So, but to him, he doesn't know that. You know what I mean? So in your head, you're like, why is this dude coming up to me and why does he care?
Right.
But in his mind,
the real thing for me is that I go, I'm literally, you care about what I do because you're not willing to put in the work.
Right.
That's how I see it, right?
That's how you see it, right?
Anybody can do what I do better if you just do it, if you just work harder than me.
Yeah. And the cool thing is who knows if that kid is better than you?
True.
He might be better than you,
dude,
and he might just be coming up to you to say, thank you, because you're the one who inspired me, and now I'm fucking better than you.
And that's happened a few times, and I'm like, holy shit, man, that's fucking crazy.
That's awesome, though.
Yeah, it is awesome. And it's great for me, because then people go, hey, can you do that thing? I go, that kid right over there.
the one that I just kicked out of my face. He's better than me.
Have you seen that kid? He does my shit better than me, bro. You should go talk to him. And then that kid feels good because now he's getting some press. And I feel good because I'm no longer the whore.
There you go.
But you know what? You're a good whore, X.
Oh my god. I don't know what I walked into tonight. Oh my
You
god.
should have known this was gonna happen, Tyler.
I
100% forgot,
did.
Steve.
What? You forgot me?
I forgot the order.
What?
All right, I'm just gonna say it. I was gonna order you a burrito.
Oh right, I forgot. That's right.
I would have fucking loved that.
No, dude, because I basically, him and I were talking, and we're like, oh, I wonder how long it's gonna go. It's gonna be such a shit show. And he's like, hey, I'll go all night. I was like, yeah, I don't think Tyler can hang. And he goes, I have an idea. I'm like, what? He goes, I'm gonna get a burrito delivered to his house at like probably 10:30.
Oh,
that way he'll eat it that late, and he won't be able to go to bed early.
Oh my god, that would have been something. Sadly, you don't know me. I can eat and then go right to sleep. So
No, that's fine. I just wanted to see you with a bean in your beard.
I mean, I literally, I'll share this. I got no shame anymore. I literally went to brush my teeth last night, and I had frosting from toaster strudel in my beard for like an hour and a half, and I didn't realize it. And I was like, man, what the hell? So,
Bro,
golly, if you're still out there, I picked up 2 boxes of toaster strudel, and they were delicious. So,
Bro, you know what you just got, man? You got jizzed with pastry cum.
dude, it was pretty bad.
No.
It was pretty bad. I mean,
have you seen the packets, bro? It's like a sperm donor bag. So it's like a sample size.
God.
that it's the same device
So
they use
gnarly.
for artificial insemination. It's just like a
Yeah, it comes with a glove and a toaster strudel.
I mean, anything just the word strudel just doesn't. I'm Jewish too, so the word strudel to me is just creepy.
Yeah,
love
because you have to
toaster
say it with the back of your throat, like strudel.
That doesn't sound.
It sounds like
No.
yogurt, like it's wrong.
Yogurt.
Oh my god. What up, Rory? Rory Rennick in the house. How you doing tonight, Rory?
Rory!
I love Rory.
Oh, dude! Steve, didn't I tell you he calls me his nephew?
Dude, Rory, we were just talking about how much we loved you the other day.
Yep.
And Spade Spade told me that you call him his nephew.
Didn't I tell you that shit?
You call him your nephew. That's
Yeah. There you go.
I'm not,
That's
I love
awesome.
it.
I'm so psyched that
Rory,
he came
Rory
in
knows
here.
what's up.
Dude, I'm
What's
pumped
up,
too.
Rory?
Rory is a phenomenal dude. We had such a
Awesome.
blast when we did his profile for the 52 Plus Joker convention this year. We had such a good time. We ended up recording like a 25-minute video. It took us like an hour and 42 minutes because we talked to him for like an hour and 20 minutes before, and then we're like, oh dude, we got to record something. It was so good.
By the way, Rory is also a great kisser. Just saying. Just saying.
I'm really waiting for the memoir. I'm down. I'm glad there's a deck out, but I want the X memoir. Like, I want to know all about it.
Let's
Did I
talk
do the
about
right
this
one?
deck.
I'm not good at this.
I also want the picture book.
It's all gifts.
Like,
I don't know if I want that
it's just
picture. That'd
rewind
be kind of
the-
weird.
oh my god. I can only imagine based on the Jeremy riding your back picture that there are so many good pictures with you spread throughout the internet, and it's just a
Actually,
matter of
no.
finding them. No?
No. Believe it or not, I'm pretty low key. When I go out places, because I always know that there's a camera around, and I don't want those pictures spread around the internet. So I keep it pretty. I'll joke around and stuff like that, but as far as the visual stuff, not so much.
Yeah, I mean, that's okay. So videos work. There you go. And videos are a little bit harder to share around the internet. We'll say. I mean, they go around, but I feel like
Jellos. I don't care.
Jellos.
I don't care, Jellos.
Jellos. It was part of the show, man.
Let me just say this, Jellos. If you went to my channel because you thought I was going to steal effects and teach them to you, I don't need your sub.
I mean,
that's a fair enough point.
I understand not liking a video.
That's why there's a thumbs down.
I understand not liking a video, but to unsub from it is kind of.
It's fine.
I guess.
It's,
no,
it's,
for sure.
It's fine. It's fine.
No, for sure.
That person is mad because I didn't steal from my friends.
No.
Right.
Sorry, I don't give a shit.
So Joel actually had a good question because I completely forgot about this. Joel wants to know, did Jackson ever send you the drawings?
Hell no, man. That guy's so full of it. Are you still in here, Jackson?
Actually, hold on. I'm gonna total it. So Jackson, he is definitely not full of it.
He's full of it, bro.
It just takes him about
48
years to do.
He'll get it in
time. This guy's like the USPS, bro.
You'll get it in time for next year's. Also, Kyle, we love you there. Kyle says, it's cool. I subbed twice.
Nice.
Oh, my God.
I
love it. I absolutely love it. And I got to say, though, for real, like...
You see what Joe was... I was hoping you'd show some of your original effects. I literally said for the past 3 days I'm going to be giving away stolen effects. Then earlier today, I posted a picture of products and said, I'm teaching these. So you're full of shit, Jellos. Just call it out. You were hoping I was going to show effects so you could learn them for free. That's what it is, man. It's all good.
Speaking of effects.
Yes, sir.
The ace of spades on your deck.
I'm
finding it. Hold on.
It's right next to the two of spades.
Yeah, but no, it isn't, because I've been playing with these the whole show.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's above the 10
all,
diamonds.
That right there.
There it is.
Yeah, that right there.
Diamonds.
Tell me about it. Tell us a little about work harder.
So the whole thing, right? So the arrow. It's mostly about the jokers. The ace was just, I needed an ace design, right? So the jokers. I'm being serious, right?
Yeah.
So the jokers were really where it was at in the box, right? So the hands have arrows going through them, and it kind of just represents the pain that I went through practicing over and over and hurting my hands and bloodiness and all that other stuff.
Wow.
And the ace is just the arrow that holds it, and like the trailer is literally what I went through with cards and trying to make one. It was just, would it happen? I don't know. I'm just gonna keep working harder.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah, dude, it was so cool seeing that, because I feel like a lot of a lot of videos, a lot of trailers don't really dive into that emotional side.
Yeah.
And it's really cool to see, the true meaning behind a deck rather than something that's made up like a story.
Yeah, I didn't want, I was like, oh man, I gotta make a trailer for this video. I know like 3 cardistry moves, and they're not good. So, so I just send these off to people, and it's like, right? I was like, I don't know. I think the moment hit me.
I could have done the worm for you.
I think the trailer idea hit me when I had them in my hand, and I was calling up my friends, and I was like, dude, I have them, right? And they're like, dude, finally, congrats, you should have done this before, right? And in my head, I'm just going this shit is real. Steve, you remember, I was like, yo, this is fucking real, dude. How many times did I say that?
A lot, man. That day you got him, you were floored.
Yeah.
I think we asked you a couple times, we're like, are you okay? Because you just went silent, and you're like,
yeah,
I just can't believe it.
I'm like this, in this chair, bro. I'm just going, I'm literally holding my deck. This is real right now. You know what I mean? And I don't think a lot of people understand, what it's like to produce something that you're excited about. Not just make something, but produce something on a scale that you're not in control of. I didn't hand cut these decks. You know what I mean? To have that, and knowing how expensive it is to make cards, coming from the place I came from, this was never a possibility.
Right.
So that's why I did the trailer the way I did it, because I was like, maybe somebody else will, and they should, when they're ready. But just go for it sometimes,
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's definitely something else when you get your deck for the first time, something that you've been working on. Obviously I haven't been there yet, but I can only
Don't lie, man. I got your Zazzle prototype behind me.
Hey, yo.
You have both my prototypes, buddy.
I do. I have your other one.
But getting the prototype is definitely one feeling, but I can't even imagine getting the finished product once it's
No doubt.
done. Because I think it's.
I didn't even have a prototype.
Right.
I didn't even, dude. I was my decks weren't supposed to be done until I heard March,
Yeah.
and then 2 weeks ago, I get an email. By the way, your decks are done, and I'm like, okay, like, what do I do now, right? So, I don't know. It was just, it was pretty fast paced the last couple of weeks, and thankfully, these guys kind of helped me out a lot. But
we love you, man, and we're excited for you. Yeah, no question about it. I mean, I talk to you and Steve more than I talk to most other people in my life, and I'm okay with that. So, now I just got to get Bo on the horn so we can play some video games, and it would be a party.
That guy, Bo.
He's too busy in the tub.
Dude, it's not even that. He goes, and Bo, no hate here. I love you, man. I wish I could do. He goes to bed at like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, but he also wakes up dumb early every day.
Yeah. So like, and I respect that. I'm always like, yeah, Bo, I'm free. Let's play video games. He's like, I'm going to bed. I'm like, all right, man. What do you?
Yeah. Yeah, he's but he does do a lot of stuff, and he's constantly pushing and hustling for things too. So.
Right.
Like I haven't even spoken to him in almost 2 weeks, and that guy runs my company. So. Good.
Oh,
let's hope it's doing well.
I don't know. I'll find out at the end of the quarter, I guess.
I don't know. Him and that ice cream shirt the other day was popping off. So I'm sure it's doing great. We got Bo, and that's the one thing I have to say too. And I think when we first really started talking to you, like, off the bat, like you were just very open, which I think anyone who's watching this show tonight can tell. Like you don't hold back, but not in like a rude way. You're really just very upfront about who you are. You embrace it fully. But I gotta say, I think a lot of the people who you surround yourself have that kind of same attitude as well. Like you look at Bo, like, dude, anyone who's willing to get on YouTube or get on Instagram in a bathtub and just talk to people, like,
bro,
got nothing to hide.
Bro is one of the most genuine people that I've met in my life. You know what I mean? Like, the minute I met this guy, I was like, I need him around more often. He just made the day better because Bo is Bo.
Oh my God, really, yeah.
And when you find people like that, like, Daniel Garcia, Chris Ramsey, Bo, Chris Mayhew, Wes, Eric LeClaire, like, the people that I call my friends,
Right.
Rico De La Vega, Lisa De La Vega, bro, these people literally make your life better by being. That's all they have to do.
Yeah.
And it's honesty, it's truth. Like, they're just so upfront. And it's like, how can you not respect them by being the same? Right? So, for me, I would much rather be direct and honest than to blow smoke up people's ass and give them an inkling of something that isn't true. If I don't like you, I don't like you. If I like you, I like you. There's no gray area. But that also weeds out people very fast. Either you really like me or you really dislike me. And that's it. And I'm okay with that.
No, it's good though. I mean, I'm guessing that's something that goes way beyond Magic. I'm sure you've been like that for a good portion of your life, at least.
Well, yeah, at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I forgot how old I was.
Dude, that's also a good thing though. You want to forget how old you are.
And then when you remember pains happen, it's like, oh man, oh shit.
My favorite is not only when I forget how old I am, but when I think I'm actually like 8 years younger than I am, and I'm like, damn, like that was a good 3 seconds there until I remembered.
You know what's happening to me sometimes? Like, I'll be talking to people and I'll sing a song, and their kids will be like, oh my God. And I'm like, what? Like, come on, man. Come on, DMX. That shit was a hit. DMX is like 25 years ago now.
Isn't that crazy? Like, thinking back to that stuff?
You know what I mean?
I was gonna get X gonna give it to you as like an intro play for you, and then I'm like, I don't think anyone knows who this is. Like,
I did.
And we can't play it because it'll be demonetized. I mean, copyright infringement.
Well, yeah, it probably demonetized already. But I did a lecture. So I was doing a lecture in New Jersey once, and shut up, Rory. I'm not telling you. Shut up.
He wouldn't even tell me his real name the other day, so I'm sure he's not telling me his age.
So I had to do a lecture, and I had to do a show, and I was like, fuck, what am I going to do for the show? So I just went around to the different booths, and I was like, give me a trick that doesn't sell. Just give it to me. And I just collected a bunch of tricks, and I was like, fuck, all right, I'm going to do a show with this stuff.
That's
and
cool.
and I downloaded Exhibit's song, like, oh no, it was DMX's. Yeah. So it was X Gonna Give It To You, right? And I tell the DJ, yo, play this song when I come out. And he's like, what? I go, yeah, just play the song. And I go into the back of the, not the stage, like the back of the theater. And they introduce me, and I kick the door open, right? It's like, X Gonna Give It To You, boom, right? And I kick the door open, and it's nothing but old people, right? And I'm like screaming the song. I'm like, get it on your own, X Gonna Deliver to you, pop, pop. And they're just like, oh my God. Oh. And I go up on the stage, and I go, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And I just pretend like that's how it's going to be for the next rest of, oh, thank you for joining us today on this wondrous occasion. After I did all that, it was just fun. Sometimes you just got to have fun, man.
Oh my God, dude, this is what it's all about, though. I mean, life's too short to not have fun with it. At the end of the day, why not, right? And like you said, people either love you or hate you. At the end of it, if you've had a good time, you've made close friends, that's what matters.
Yeah, and let's be honest, old people are just like wanting to have a good time.
Oh my God, yeah.
Sometimes they just literally are looking for something to call out, right?
Yeah.
But the way I look at it is like this, man. Especially with magicians, they take themselves way too serious.
Yeah.
And they talk about and claim magic like it's their fucking property. And none of it's true. Listen, we're usually the joke of the group, right? And even if we're not, like, we're fucking magicians, man. Like, just have some fun. Why does it have to be so serious? When did magicians forget to have fun?
Yeah.
I have fun all the time.
Okay. No, you didn't have to show that. We saw it happen, dude. We saw slow motion.
Oh my God.
That's like the running joke of the show is the snap change. Tyler did it once. And he
for Dan Sperry, and Dan Sperry goes, why would you do that? And I was just like, damn. Like,
you gotta do it like this. Yeah. Oh shit.
Nice.
That's look, you see Rory? What did I tell you? What did I tell you, Steve? I'm not fucking around.
Oh my God, I love it.
Did I tell you? Rory calls me old black man.
I never doubted you.
I love it.
Oh, Rory, I miss you, bro.
That's funny.
Dude, I think if nothing else, one of the good thing about this whole situation with the pandemic is we've all kind of realized how much we miss the people we really do appreciate.
Oh, dude, I've known that before the pandemic. That's why we would go to conventions.
See, I think though, and that's one thing I think within the magic community is different. I think a lot of people just don't take for granted, or I think a lot of people take for granted the people who they have around them all the time or have around them occasionally. And really, with magicians, because the community is so widespread across the country and it is so rare that you get to bump into people unless you're all within a quick hour drive. Those conventions, I think, have a lot of ability to make you appreciate the time you have with people.
Yeah, I mean, at a certain point, conventions became the reason we would hang out,
Yeah.
We weren't going there for the convention. We could care less about the convention, seriously.
Yeah.
We were going there for two reasons. One, to hang out. Two, to get content.
Yeah.
Right? And
that makes sense.
Yeah. And, most of I would say 70%, shit, more. Oh, God, maybe 90% of my friends don't live anywhere near me.
Yeah.
Vegas, California, Canada, Japan, China, Australia, right? Like, Queens, I have a few. But compared to my group of,
Yeah.
Canada. It always throws me how many Canadian magicians there are every single time.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Too many. They all migrated at some point.
Yeah.
I love it.
It all started with Henry the Box, man.
Yeah. Yeah, Henry Box Brown. Which, Rory, I'm super bummed I missed your performance the other day. And I'm going to have to check that out next time you either do one or see if I can find a replay, man, because I heard it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yo, if you guys don't know Rory, go check him out, bro.
Dude.
That guy's the truth.
Dude,
That guy's
literally.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Dude, literally, the reason why, so I have diversity represented in my deck, right?
Mhm.
And the reason why I put, like, in my head, the reason why I wanted to do that is because of our conversation with Rory.
Yeah.
And that's the, the minute I got the deck, I sent him a picture and I was like, I love you, bro. This is, I just wanted to share this with you, because obviously when we had our conversation, we talked about just history of playing cards, and,
Yeah.
yeah. So if you guys don't know who Rory is, definitely check him out.
That's
He's
the truth,
a
man.
Absolutely
brilliant
check him
man,
out.
a super cool guy.
And he had an amazing lecture at 52 Plus Joker Convention this year talking about I guess
Racism in
racist
cards.
decks,
Yeah.
basically from back in the day, and really was just a phenomenally informative, discussion.
Mhm.
But also just his pure presentation, persona is spectacular. He gets up on stage and he talks about stuff, and you're just like, damn,
You know what?
interesting.
You know what I like about Rory though? Because honestly, I've never seen him perform. I've never seen him do any magic. I don't think he's seen me do magic. It doesn't even fucking matter.
Yeah.
I like Rory because when I hang around Rory, okay, I come from the hood, right? Let's just be real. And the way I'm talking now is practiced. I talk very differently when and when I'm around Rory, he knows that. And I don't feel judged around Rory and a few other people. And I that's kind of one of the reasons why he calls me an old black man.
There you go.
But yeah, Rory is just, he's such a dope person to be around, and just when he starts fucking cracking jokes, bro. Usually they're corny as shit, but his laugh, laugh makes it work, dude.
Yeah.
Just wait till Rory has his own episode, because he will definitely be on the show at some point. We had such a blast talking to him.
Yeah,
and
he needs to be, man.
Oh,
That guy
100%,
needs more-
100%.
That guy needs that guy deserves so much more press than he gets.
Yeah. But you know what, though? At the end of the day, he's happy with what he's got. And that's what I think makes it even that much better is, I think in this day and age, especially with all this social visibility on success, or what we deem success in social media and everything, people are always striving for things that they may not be able to attain, and instead of being happy with what they have. And yeah, you may be happy if you manage to get more, but you have to be happy with what you have in the moment. And I think so many people.
I mean, that might work for some people, but I think for the most part, that's an unattainable dream, right? Like, what is the minimum? Like, really, what is the minimum to make somebody happy? It varies from person to person, right?
100%. But I think also a lot of people over imagine what would actually make them happy with physical things versus just
I'll tell you what would make me happy. Lots of money. Like, let's be real.
Would the money itself make you happy, or would the things you could do with that money make you happy? Again,
it doesn't matter. The fact is, you need money for it. So I need a lot of money, and then I can do dope things, right? So yeah, of course, it's the things that hanging out with my friends and being able to do whatever is what comes of it. But if you don't have that, none of the other stuff is happening. So when people say money doesn't matter, they're fucking wrong. Money absolutely matters.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
And they're like, money doesn't buy happiness. Yeah, it does.
Well, it buys the things that make you happy, yeah.
Which is buying happiness. It's the same shit.
I'm not disagreeing, but I think at the same time too, would you be happy to? I
don't think it makes someone happy. I think it adds happiness to one's life.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
If you were to say to me, you can do whatever you want for the rest of your life and you never have to worry about money again.
Yeah.
That would be the equivalent of saying, here's all the money you ever need to do anything you ever want to do in your life. It's the equivalent. Right?
But there's a lot of people who are filthy rich and are unhappy.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think ultimately,
and
you
of
need
course,
to figure
that's
out.
a great way to be unhappy. You never have to worry about a fucking bill. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, people who say money don't matter is broke.
Well, I didn't say money don't matter.
No, I know. And then when
saying.
people get money and they go, money isn't everything, because you have everything.
Yeah.
So go do something else.
But what I'm saying too is I think that people need to start looking for things in the moment that they have accessible to them to make them happy. Because
Sure.
if you're not happy now, you probably aren't going to be happy in 6 months unless you figure out why you're not happy with what you
Oh yeah,
currently
no,
have.
you're talking about like daddy beat me kind of issues.
I mean, sure. I mean, it could be a lot more simple. It could even be a lot more simple than that, though. I mean, I think in this day and age, there's so many people who, I think we're so much more aware of the things that go on in our head. The things that make us unhappy, make us happy. We're much more emotionally in touch, or at least we try. Most people try to be. Some people try to be. I don't want to
I don't think so.
overclassify.
I think we're more lost than we've ever been.
Do you? Well,
yeah, I really believe that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what you were gonna say, because I know Spidey and he's a mentalist and he taught me.
He taught you.
No, we're more lost than ever, right? Because we were so in a train of thought, right? That you go to work, you get a 9 to 5, you have a kid, the kid goes to school, they study, they get a good job, 9 to 5, right? And the cycle fucking continues.
Yeah.
Then COVID happened, and everything went to shit, and nobody knows what the fuck to do. Parents are like, I want to spend more time with my kids. There you go, COVID. Now all you can do is spend time with your kids. They're like, we need to send kids back to school. Right? Nobody knows what the fuck is going on. Nobody knows what they really want, and it's a day-by-day thing. And the only thing that gets us by is the fun shit we do in between the shit we don't like doing.
Like the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. So things are definitely different right now.
Oh,
Obviously.
Yeah.
For now and for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
However long this will affect us, we don't know. It'll for sure be a
February
long time.
22. I'm just calling it right now. Go ahead.
Yeah, it might be
Let's
even
hope not that long, but yeah.
Of course. I mean, I think another year of this is definitely, safe to say.
Mhm.
But I think a lot of people, I mean, it's just like anybody. If we do something constantly, day in and day out, whether we love it or not, I mean, there's difference between loving it and being passionate about it, right? Because I think, I mean, you could love your dog, but your dog aggravates the shit out of you if they're with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week or something.
Sure.
It could even be your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your parents or whatever it may be.
Sure.
We love people, but when we're with them 24 hours a day, maybe it gets to the point where it's like too much, But
Yeah. You're picking out minutia, right? Like, it is a minutia. Like, I love dogs. Do I love dog shit? No.
No, I'm not saying dog shit.
No, but it's. You know what I mean? But
I don't know. You might.
But there's certain things you just gotta that come with. It is what it is, right? And
right.
Love, passion. Most people never find a passion because they're not allowed to. Because school has taught them that they can't have a passion because you have to get a career.
I mean, that's society more than school.
Well, school
society has taught them that, not school.
Sure, but school is the first place to teach you that. Society teaches you that after you graduate. In school, they say you have to get a degree.
Society teaches you have to go to college.
No. Your parents teach you that. Right? This is the thing. School teaches you to become part of the system by making you if you want the perfect cycle, you go to school, you become a professor, and you teach the next or teacher, and you teach the next generation. That's part of that system, right?
Right.
But in school, art is this much, music is this much, all this other shit, and then there's math, science, and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
That literally is useless unless you need to take a test. You take the test, and the shit is useless.
Yeah.
Right? So, what they teach you in school is to fucking numb you. They don't want you to become an artist. They don't want you to follow your passion and your dream. They want you to get a career. They want you to go work for... They want you to get a pension.
Yeah.
Right? These kind of 401k, safety, security,
of
right?
Course.
And then when you graduate school, then you want to become an artist, and then society steps in and goes, you got to pay taxes, and you got to do this and that, right? And you go, I got to get a job, and it's this whole fucking cycle of nonsense. And the only time people really find out what their passion is when they have enough money to figure it out, or they fucking
take a
lose
chance.
everything,
Or they take a chance.
or they take a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all about that. Yeah.
Shit got dark. It's not
My
dark.
my mom just came in. She said, "Hello, my boys."
Hello.
Hi, Janice. How you doing?
Hola. Que pasando aquí?
A queef? Don't say a queef to my mom.
Oh my
Aquí.
God. Oh my God. This is what I love. Steve dropping random words like that in front of Janice. I also just realized I have an extra light on in my room. Excuse me. There we go.
I was wondering why you look all fucked up. Now you look amazing.
I know. Thanks so
the whole
much.
time.
Oh my God. I just realized it was way too bright in here, though. Oh my God.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think, yeah, I mean, it's crazy times right now. The good thing is, I've seen a lot of people getting their shit done around their house, like they're gardening and
Yeah, because
playing
they got to
in the
clean it
streets
up
with their
before they
kids.
foreclose.
Yeah, they don't have anything. They don't have anything. They're not going to work. They gotta
Yeah. They got to clean up everything before that foreclosure, man.
Yeah, exactly, right.
It sucks, but like, it just shows us, like our whole lives we were told this thing. You pay taxes, the government will help you, all this shit. Now we're at that point, right?
Yeah.
And as fucked up as it is to say, I've done better during the pandemic.
Right.
Right? Like, what does that have to say for all these things, Like, maybe more people should take a chance.
Well, it's funny because a lot of the artists, the people who were kind of looked at before as, useless and, don't have good jobs or whatever, those are the people that are really doing something now and making a difference. And people are looking at them. All the people that were like, oh, you're an artist? Oh. Now they have OnlyFans. All those people have OnlyFans. And
Hey, don't knock it. There's some people making big bucks on OnlyFans. From what
I am not knocking. I have no problem with anybody doing what they got to do. If you're a prostitute, I'm not against prostitution. You do what you got to do to make money.
No, seriously, OnlyFans.com/cheesytimes. I agree, bro.
I love it.
I agree.
I'm all for people doing whatever they got to do. I'm just saying, like, I feel like in these times, everybody's resorting to art.
But like, when I started doing the social media thing heavier, and I would talk to give lectures or talks or whatever, I would always say, listen, social media is growing, it's a thing, it's a powerhouse, all this shit. And the workers were like, it's not real, this and that anymore, and they would shit on me and all this other stuff. And then as soon as the pandemic hit, they were the first ones to start giving classes on social media and charging for it. Meanwhile, I'm doing it for free, right?
Yeah.
So it's like look, magic is one of the few, if you want to call it an art form, if you want to call it a trade, that works online. It works on video, right? You can do it live and on the formats that we're doing.
Yep.
And if people would have realized that before, we would have been in such a better situation as a community, if you want to call it that, of magicians.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, just embrace what's happening. Times move on. Let's see what's happening and how we can use that to put out some more dope shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, for sure. I mean, I think we talk about it all the time. It's just, I think magic is kind of this thing that people keep to themselves, like you said, right? It's their baby. They don't want to share it. It's their trick. It's their whatever,
Mm-hmm.
And I think it would be great if people would collab more. And I think, there's definitely collaborations going on because we see it all the time.
Sure. Sure.
But I think those collaborations are between close groups.
Well,
usually.
it has to be. It has to be.
Yeah.
Because I get requests, and a lot of people who do social media stuff get requests, right? Mm-hmm. And they're like, let's, there's like lists, right? You have the list of people you talk to and the list of people that are trying to talk to you.
Right.
And
I'm trying to talk to Tyler all the time, and
he's always putting you in
the... Steve hits me up. He's like, call me when we get a second. I'm like, dude, I got meetings for 3 hours. I hate this. I wish I could call you right now. Like,
yeah, but a lot of people want to do collabs, but there's there's a missing equation that people don't understand, right?
Right.
In those small groups that you're talking about, there's an understanding. You have this, I have this, right? And it's a crossover, so it's beneficial in some ways.
Yeah.
Right? A lot of times people want to collab, but they have nothing to offer.
Yep.
Right? There's not. You have to bring something to the table.
Yep.
You can't just go, "Hey, I just started YouTube yesterday. Let's do a collab."
Yeah.
Okay, what are you thinking?
Yeah.
I want a collab. Like that. A collab is not a thing. Right? That's not content. That's
right.
All you're saying so far is you want my views. You want my viewership. That's it. That's all you're saying. I get nothing, and you get everything. Bring something to the table. Have something to offer. Hustle a little bit. Fail. Make it look like shit. Make it better. Figure it out, and then go, yo, I want to do something. I think this would go dope with you.
Right. And
now there's a conversation.
Right. Yeah, and we talked about that before. Like, you can't just go to someone saying, I want to collab, and then you say, oh, what's your idea? They're like, I don't know.
Happens all the time.
I know. You gotta, like, if you want to collab with someone, if it's your dream, if it's your wish, like, bring something to them and lay it out.
Yeah.
What's the idea?
So,
how can it benefit that person?
Before the end of the universe happened, me and Ramsey would rent a mansion somewhere and then invite people, right?
Right.
And one of the things we said was bring stuff to film, right? Because we kind of handpicked who we wanted to come, and they were already creators, so we knew that was already gonna happen, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So it wasn't a thing of what can I offer you, it's what can all of us do to make all of our shit dope while we're here.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? So that's why, like, collabs are a great thing, but there has to be a positive net out of the collab. If there isn't, then there's really no point.
Yeah.
Oh,
James Millar says, hey, Deckin Around, you guys want to collab? I said, never.
No.
Oh my god, I love
We
James.
love you, James.
Yeah.
Hey, James, you want to collab? I think Tyler's open.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem, dude.
Oh my god. Making the connects there. I appreciate it.
That's how we make it happen, baby.
Hey, before we forget,
sure.
Let's do the sniffer stew.
Yes.
So,
what deck are you going to be sniffing tonight?
We talked about it.
I was actually going to do the new Jerry's Nuggets.
Which one? There's 35 of them, bro.
Aquamarine.
Aquamarine.
Is that a fucking color? I don't know.
Probably. Eventually it will.
I actually learned a super cool pen trick on Spade's TikTok. Oh boy, you can follow me on TikTok. I'm gonna show you.
Oh my god, I love it.
All right, let's do it. Why am I the only one with a deck?
I mean, we'll sniff it too, but this is all about you sniffing. Yeah, I know.
Oh man, this is creepy as shit. Everybody just staring at me, shove a deck in my nose.
I'm sniffing. I'm sniffing.
Here we go.
Oh god!
You gotta sniff it first, bro.
I am sniffing. I'm part snake.
Part snake.
House of Slytherin, baby.
Oh, goodness.
Oh my god! Oh my god! I love it. That's that good at USPCC right there.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I love it.
Oh goodness! What's that dude's name? Chappelle played him. What's his?
Tyrone.
Tyrone. That's it.
Tyrone.
Tyrone Biggums.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Tyrone Biggums.
Oh my god!
In case you didn't know, I smoke rocks.
I love the one when he went to the stay off drugs thing for like school and it was like school kids.
Dude, I felt so bad for Dave Chappelle. That dude is a genius.
Oh,
but he's like torn by his own geniusness.
I know.
He's
awesome though.
He was just on this season of My Next Guest Needs No Introduction, and that was a phenomenal episode.
With David Letterman?
Yeah.
Oh
such a phenomenal episode.
Dude, that series is mind blowing.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I have to say every episode of it's been really good, surprisingly so. But And I'll say, while Chappelle's Show maybe didn't age well, it is still hilarious. And
It's
I will,
perfectly fine.
What are you talking about?
It's
Didn't
brilliant.
age
there
well.
are parts of it that maybe didn't age well. I'll
What do you
throw
mean?
that
No.
out there.
You know what didn't age well?
People.
People's
people.
skin.
And, no, and it's
Yeah.
not. And it's not. I listen. I have
Yo,
no problem
Steve,
with the
I
show.
got
I
your back,
love
bro.
that show,
Yeah, man.
and I will watch that show to the day I die. What I'm saying is, society may not always look as kindly on the show.
Yeah,
I
listen.
think
there
the
are some
worst-
things that change. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I get that.
Yeah.
But at the
that show
same
is
time,
gold. That show is gold.
you know, like, listen, I like cracking jokes. I did stand up for a few years, right? When it comes to comedy, I consider comedy the free world,
Yeah.
right? Like, there's no hold bars in the comedy world, unless you're in Canada. No, it's true. Did you know
I believe
that
you.
a comedian made a joke about somebody and didn't use their proper pronoun, and they were arrested for an act of violence?
What?
Yes.
That's crazy.
So, like, I think within reason, you know, like, there are some people that will make a joke that aren't funny, and that happens sometimes. You know?
Yeah,
what I mean?
I don't laugh at every joke if I hear it.
No, right? There are some people that just don't understand what a joke really is, and they're
Right.
just being bigoted or sexist or racist, right? There's a way to deliver these things, but at the same time, just because somebody says something you don't like, that doesn't mean that you're hurt. You know, you got to go to your safe space. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
When I grew up, there was no rubber in the park. Okay,
Rubber
we
in
had
the
rocks.
Oh.
Yeah.
What are you talking
The
about?
reason they do rubber in the park now is not for safety. It's because they don't know what to do with used tires. Let's be very real
I
about
don't
this.
give a crap. We had rocks, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
We had Tyrone Biggin rocks.
oh
The
my God.
whole park was just crack rocks.
As far as the eye can see.
that would explain a lot of stuff going on in New York.
Oh my God. I got a very important question though. Where can we see this stand up of you?
Oh no.
Come on, bro.
It's got to be somewhere. It's got to be somewhere.
Come on, bro.
Not
Dude.
any. No.
I had a skit about the crocodile hunter.
About the crocodile hunter? Is that what you said?
Yeah. And after the 5th time I did it, I said, I'm just gonna stick to magic. You know, like, I learned a lot doing stand-up and stuff like that, and I learned a lot. It helped me a lot with, like, performing to people, because I'll tell you this, my first time doing stand-up, right? Everybody's like, yo, you're so funny, you should do stand-up. And my first time doing stand-up was the first time I learned the difference between being funny and knowing funny. So I go up on stage and I say my first punchline, right? And all I hear is like glasses hitting the table, right? Coughing. Clink. And I'm just like looking around like, ain't nobody laughing at this shit? Fuck. And the light starts getting brighter, right? And I'm like, my stomach's starting to turn, like a little fart comes out. Right? And the fart's what made people laugh.
Oh.
Dude, farts make everybody laugh. They're just funny.
Farts are funny.
Farts
But
are
I don't
funny.
care
You
how
know,
old you are. Farts are funny.
But you know, it was that moment of, wow, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
And it was cool because it made me think back to magic, where magicians
Steve, I
don't
love your
have.
mom.
I hope you tap. You know,
Steve, I love your mom.
Hold on. Before you go any further, Spade, everybody should listen to my mother.
Yeah.
She says everyone should tap the like button. If you haven't already, tap it.
Yeah, she's on the money, bro. You got to put her on the payroll.
Right?
Janice, 10% of every like will go to you.
That's easy. We don't get any money for the like, so
Got him.
we'll give her 100% for every like.
Look at that! I just upped your ante.
Damn.
But yeah, you know, I started thinking back to magic, where they don't have that kind of pride, right? And even
Yeah.
magicians that don't understand how to do magic just don't care.
That's true. We see it
They
all
don't
the time.
care.
We see it all the time on like national interviews and stuff like that. We see them flashing, and they're like magicians that have been
There's
in the
one,
game for years, and they're like they're like literally like this.
There's one magician I know of, and well, I know, and it's every time he does a TV spot, like he always seems to fuck something up. And there's like an ongoing compilation of his television fuck ups that we just keep adding to.
That's
Nice.
funny. Yeah,
You know?
good.
But when you talk to this guy, he's the best magician in the world. Like it's like, hey, you fuck up too. Like acknowledge your fuck ups, right? Like
Yeah.
that's what makes you better.
Yeah.
100%, 100%. And I think I was actually talking completely unrelated to magic, but I was talking about someone about this the other day, and I was like, when you do something for the first time and you're successful, you don't learn anything. It's when you fail that you actually learn. So you have to be willing to just accept that failure and run with it. Be happy you failed. Like in the moment, it may suck. You got to work past that. But part of that's learning too, because guess what?
The
Everyone
best
fucks
people
up.
at anything have fucked up more than you fucking tried.
100%.
Right? And they're so good, and you look up to them because they learned the ins and outs, right?
Yeah.
And that's the difference. Like the reason why I know so much about computers and helping people with their tech stuff is because one, I literally built all my stuff and I failed so many times and I got the wrong things and this and that. And I could just go to people, do this, do that, do this, do that, right? That's why. Because I literally went through all the nonsense and now I'm just shortcutting you.
Right.
Yo, Chris!
Dude, no doubt though. And like, I mean, it's funny too, because you look at like all these people who see these highly successful entrepreneurs, and yeah, it's really easy to focus on high visibility on those successful, times. But in reality, for people to become successful entrepreneurs, most of those people are failing 7, 8, 9, 10 times at a business before they hit a business that works.
Right. Yeah.
And they learn from it. They learn what worked with all these other ones. They learned how to pivot. They learned all the important stuff that they need to run a business. No one's born knowing how to do pretty much anything. You're born basically knowing how to do survival things. Breathe, close your eyes, eat, shit. Otherwise, everything you learn is through failure.
Yeah, for sure. And even
shitting, we learn through failure. How many times have you shit in your pants, bro? When
I
you
mean,
were a kid?
that's
no.
You successfully shit.
Shitting.
Yeah, you successfully shit.
kidding.
You just failed at
doing
shitting
it
in the
right
toilet.
place.
In the toilet,
Yeah.
But like going back to school,
How many
school
times have
teaches
you
you
shit
that
your
failure is bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
I mean, that's what grades all are. Yeah. But that's also why you look at a lot of colleges that now have shifted away from to more of a pass-fail system versus this arbitrary A, B, C, D, F kind of system where oh, you got a D and that's not good enough.
Right.
Doesn't mean shit. You don't know what I learned because of this.
Yeah, I remember a saying once. It was what do you call somebody who graduated medical school with a 75? Doctor, yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Dude.
Like there's no difference in the degree from 75 to 100, right?
100%, man. And it's crazy to think we put so much effort and energy on that. And I mean, I've seen people who brilliant people who would get physically ill because they'd get an A instead of an A+. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, the fact that the fact that you want to be perfect, cool.
Sure.
Something you're gonna have to overcome in life, but something you should always strive for is to make things as good as you can. No matter what, you want to make what you're producing as good as possible. But at the same time, to say that, oh, the difference between a 95 and a 98 causes you physical pain is horrifying to me.
That's ego, man.
Dude, but I think a lot of it though is external.
And
I think a lot of those external expectations set. So a lot of times you see where it's the kid just wants to play video games or play baseball or hang out with their friends, but that societal and parental pressure comes in and just tears it up.
I mean, that's where it comes from.
Yeah, but look, that's why I do YouTube, because I don't give a shit anymore.
Well, you know what? We're doing YouTube for that same reason.
Yeah, we just like to hang out with people.
Yeah. Listen, man, this is YouTube literally changed my life.
Yeah.
Literally changed my life.
I mean, technically, it's changed ours too.
Yeah.
For the positive, for the most part.
Yeah. Hey, fuck off, buddy.
Sometimes it is what it is.
Dude, and that's the thing. And so this goes back to what I was.
Shut the fuck up.
This goes back though to some extent to what I was saying earlier about the fact that like you just said, YouTube has changed people's lives, whether it's in a small way or a big way, but recognizing the change and being happy for that change or being willing to embrace that change to slightly make you happier is,
Well,
I think, an important part of all of it.
I'll tell you a couple of things, a couple of stories that happened that really kind of opened my eyes to what it could be, right? So I ended up doing a lecture at a place in Ohio, and after the lecture, this kid comes up to me. He goes, "Hey, blah blah blah. Can you sign this deck? Whatever." I'm like, "Yeah, man, cool, blah blah blah." I was like, "Where are you from?" He told me where he was from, and I was like, "Man, it's really far away. Like, how long have you been in town?" He goes, "I just got here. I drove 17 hours straight to come to this lecture." I was like, "Holy shit, dude! Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, what? Why would you do that? Stop. Go eat something. Take a poop or something." And he eventually told me a story. He was suicidal, and he watched one of my videos, and he found out I was doing a lecture, and he wanted to come meet me because watching the videos helped him not do it, right?
Yeah.
Right.
And I was like, man, like that's super real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then another time, I'm getting ready to go to Magic Live, and I get this email. And it's, "Hey, my name is blah blah blah," and I'm a huge fan, so on and so forth. Military, IED, comrades injured, blah blah blah, traumatic brain injury, blah 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 blah. Sergeant, whatever. I was like, holy shit, that's crazy. Like, apparently his brain injury is degrading, right? And he has to constantly challenge himself to keep his mind active.
Yeah.
And he would go to my channel and learn stuff. It's like, wow, that's interesting. So I go to Magic Live. I get a tap on the shoulder, and I turn around, there's this little bald dude. And I just, instantly, I was just like, "You're," and I named him, right? And he goes, "Yeah." I go, "You need to come with me right now." And I fucking dragged him up to the convention dealer room, and I grabbed as many things as I could from as many people as would let me.
Nice.
And I just go, "Here, man." You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing else I can do to help but this.
Yeah.
Bam. And I just gave it to him. And, it's one thing, like, I don't think I'm famous at all, right? Nowhere close to famous. People say whatever. I think they're completely wrong. I just think I'm recognizable at this point, right? And I think if
Because
you
of the
have...
cheesy tummy.
Huh?
Yeah.
Because of the cheesy tummy.
Cheesy tum?
If you were walking down the street, people would know Frodo feet for sure.
True. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like half tempted to be like, "Yo, we got a brilliant business idea right now, Spade. Tomorrow, you just need to walk around in flip-flops and have cheese on your tummy all day."
All right, I'm gonna tell you an actual fucking business idea. You ready for this shit? I spoke about this with a friend, but I didn't have the balls to do it. So
I'm scared now. If you don't have the balls to do it, what is it?
No, it was a dating site, right? But it was a dating site that was managed, right? So I would hire women, and they would be your virtual girlfriends, right?
All right.
And, we would pair you up with the right one, and you would have this thing, right? And the website would be relationsimp.com.
That is so good.
Huh?
Nice.
Bro,
worked,
$1 million idea.
Oh my
$1 million
god.
idea right there.
People would 100% pay for that though. Like you get like they send you Snapchats like twice a day just so you can like show your friends and stuff like that.
Yeah, you get packages, bro.
Oh my god, dude, that really is brilliant.
Yeah, you
that
pay for
really
packages,
is brilliant.
Yeah, you pay for simp minutes.
Oh my 7 minutes. I feel like that's something that MCI WorldCom would have had back in the day. You got to call international with your simp minutes.
So I said, that's OnlyFans. No, my friend, that is not OnlyFans.
My mom's like,
OnlyFans, they don't necessarily have to reply back.
So
with relationsimp.com, you are guaranteed a connection. As long as you have an active account.
As long as you have an active credit card.
So here's the thing, though. Did you hear that? Aren't they banning the word simp on, like, is it Twitch or Twitter or something? I heard that they're. Where is it?
Maybe TikTok. I mean, that's where it kind of like originated.
Maybe it was TikTok. They're banning the word simp. That's what I heard.
I'm going to Snopes right now to check this out.
Snope.
Oh, Twitch bans it. Twitch bans it.
Yeah, Twitch. Isn't that crazy?
But not in all situations. It's situational.
What's that mean?
It's going to be part of the algorithm.
Yeah.
So they're going to ban you, then you have to fight it, and then...
Under a portion of the revamp policy that prohibits derogatory statements about another person's perceived sexual preferences.
That's not what simping is.
No.
Simping is when you're a simp. It's not about sexual. You could simp over anybody.
The
Whatever.
words simp, incel, and virgin will not be banned in all situations. Twitch will only take action when they're used for harassment. Yeah, dude. That's
So simp,
man.
incel, and I need to make a song. Holy cow, bro! Now you can't even talk about virginity.
It's an age now where we have unlimited information, but we are actively trying to like limit it to save feelings.
I got into an argument earlier with a guy who's a biologist in the UK. Okay, this guy has a fucking degree, and he told me that hate speech is anything that you don't agree with.
No, that's 100%.
That's why it's a fucking problem.
Yeah. Like
virgin.
Anything. I hope you called him a virgin. Oh my god. That's like that's terrible.
We can't say we can't say virgins. There goes deck collecting.
I mean, here's the first off,
or magician.
Spot on. But like, and I feel like as a magician, like that's part of the joke there. Like, oh man, like
yeah.
But ultimately, like that's the problem with that thought process though too, of saying anything you don't like is hate speech. It actually downplays the severity of actual hate speech. Yeah. And to me,
I don't like anchovies. Is that hate speech?
Yes.
I mean, I hate anchovies though.
Why the fuck is there a furry fish?
What?
They're not furry.
They're fuzzy.
It's the bones. It's the bones. They taste delicious.
Yeah,
that's hate speech because I don't agree with it.
All right, well, that's perfectly fine.
Anchovies have hair.
My mom says you like her favorite word. What's her favorite word, Ma?
For similitude.
For similitude? No, that's definitely not.
No, it's this. So yeah, they're small and hairy due to the tiny bones on the fillet. So it's actually their bones.
No.
No. Hold on, let me do that again. Ready, Spade? No.
Jesus, that face.
So C-Dub said, that's the real problem with the world today. You're racist or wrong because you disagree with someone's opinions. Okay. No. You're not racist.
My mom wrote FK.
It's her favorite word, but she won't say it.
That's where I got it from.
Her favorite word is...
No, my mom's favorite word's fuck. That's for damn sure. She doesn't say it. She doesn't say it very often, but it's her favorite word.
Yeah, you know what that means when she says it, it's fucking powerful.
Exactly. When she says it, she's upset. When she says it, she's upset.
But you know, there's a thing with the racism thing, right? Like, it could be a joke or whatever, but sometimes people are racist and they don't realize they're racist, right?
Yeah.
And this isn't a snowflake thing. No. It's just that it's been okay for certain groups of people for so long. I'm Spanish.
White people.
I'm Spanish and I live in a black neighborhood. And the amount of racism that is rampant immediately outside of where I live is ridiculous. But those people don't realize it because it's okay there. Right? So it's not that sometimes people take things out of context. But more often than not, people are just getting called out for their racism because they didn't know they were racist. Like, I just found out the other day that Eskimo is a derogatory term for those people.
Or like,
Dude, did you know? Oh my god, I found out so much recently. One of the big things is Dawn was saying that she is a retailer.
Real estate.
Real estate agent. So I just found out that master bedroom is racist.
yeah,
Well,
you're
no,
supposed to call it a main bedroom. It's
not that it's
yeah.
racist. The reason why it's called a master bedroom
right.
is
Yeah.
because of racism.
Right,
Yes.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So yeah, now they call it
Yeah.
the main bedroom or the primary bedroom,
Primary
things like
bedroom,
that. Yeah.
I didn't even
So-
think about it until I heard it, and I'm like, because at first I heard it, I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm
Master
like,
bathroom,
oh,
master
that
bath,
makes
right?
so much sense.
I feel like a lot of the I think the Eskimo thing like now like the proper term is Inuit, but like I feel like that's been a transitioning thing for many years.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but like realistically, one of the I kind of alluded to this before when I was talking about Rory. But when I go to like Magi Fest, which is the convention I see him at the most conventions, I'm very uncomfortable because most of Magic is white people, and I'm not
white men.
No,
I mean there are women as well, but like I still think
they
it's
may not be
predominantly-
magicians, but they're there.
Okay, makes sense.
Wait.
Well,
Right.
selling products.
Wives, girlfriends, whatever, right?
Okay.
And it's scary because I know in my neighborhood, right, if somebody doesn't like me, I might get beat up, I might get robbed, whatever. I'll have my dignity. But if somebody doesn't like me out there, they'll ruin my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's a totally different thing, man. And it's... God bless you if you don't have to worry about it, but don't deny that people do. And I think that's the problem.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are just unaware at the role they play in it. And I think that's because it's something that they've just been used to their whole life. The way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people who don't travel, who just stick to one place, who don't go, experience other cultures, they're just used to seeing the same white thing, and I think it's not so much, in their heads, they're not racist, but when it comes to actions in certain things, you may not be racist in your mind, but you do racist things.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think just being aware of those things when people are talking to you about them is the biggest difference between understanding what racism is and what it isn't. And
Oh, hold on a second, Janice, my dear,
my mom.
my queen.
She's your mom too now, clearly.
No, she's not my mom. She's my queen. This is not a cigarette. This is a vape. This produces water vapor. Vegetable glycerin and propylene glycol produce water vapor when heated. It is not combustion. There is no carcinogens. It's delicious fucking flavor.
And then nicotine. So
and then nicotine.
There's nicotines in tomato. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Try, you're not gonna win this one with her.
Yeah.
She smoked
No,
like
vapor.
30
Yes.
years.
So
40
if that's the case, Janice, never take a hot shower again, because the vapor that comes from the bathroom. And what's in your soap that's making that fragrance? Hey. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
I'm just saying.
Vapor. My mom is the bomb. I
heard vapor is not good. Okay, so compared to nothing, yes, vapor is not good for you. But neither is smog.
Good luck with New York there, buddy.
That's where I live, bro. So at least I'm going to suck down some deliciousness.
Gavin says Gavin says jokes on you. I don't use soap.
Nice. You're winning all the women.
Hilarious, dude. Did we have any? Did we get any questions?
Yeah, we got a ton of questions.
I heard from a little bluebird or birdie or however I should say it that we got a ton of questions for X.
Oh, do we?
Am I a bird now? Did I tell you this the other day?
Sorry, I just saw the chat
heard from a birdie.
15 minutes ago. So
You just what?
I just read the private chat from 15 minutes ago. And I was like,
Nice.
oh shit.
Oh, I
want
that
to
too.
move.
Oh, that's funny.
I actually do want to move. Before, so check this out. When the pandemic hit, I was in Las Vegas. I was supposed to be in Las Vegas for 3 weeks, and then I was going to go to LA for like 3 weeks. And the reason why is I was going to try to find some place new to live.
You were trying to what?
Find a new place to live.
Oh, right.
The 4th day I was in Vegas, they shut down the strip and I had to fly home.
Oh man.
And I had no food because I wasn't supposed to be home for months. And there was no food in the supermarket because everything was kind of sold out, or they were letting older people go first. So for 2.5 months almost, I was eating crackers and jam.
So this may relate to a question that's the first one on my list here. How long did you live off that can of hot dogs?
Oh no! Okay, so I started losing my mind, literally. So I made a video where I took a 2-day trek across this room.
Oh jeez, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I had, I packed a bag and I camped out. And I had sausages, which were fucking disgusting.
It was like what, canned like cocktail?
It was Vienna sausages.
Oh yeah, that's gross.
But the chicken ones, like who?
Oh, that's even worse. Yeah, why would you do that? Vienna sausage.
Because I didn't have a choice, man.
Oh yeah, that's true. But why would you in the first place have bought the chicken ones?
I didn't have a choice. When I was buying food, I would literally buy anything that was available because everything was sold out. So it was like, whatever you can grab, you take.
Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, survival.
Yeah,
But
I made I made a video. I was like, all right, we're gonna go see what's going on, and I I pretended to walk for 2 days, and found shitty magic along the way.
I love it.
It's so good. We need to watch that video.
Oh my god. So Dawn actually asked in the chat, what was the craziest fan experience you've ever had?
Oh, nice.
I've had a few. I've had some people kind of break down and cry. I think the most crazy is when you find out how far people will travel just to spend some time with you. Mm. That's always crazy to me because I've never been that person. You know what I mean? So that's pretty crazy. I think that would be like top of the list when people are willing to travel across the world for a few minutes with you,
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, Tyler did it for me.
Yeah. My first time to California was to meet up with Steve.
I mean, but sometimes you gotta travel for sex, obviously.
Yeah.
My mom says I would have given you food. We have plenty, and also toilet paper. You want to hear a funny story?
I didn't have a problem with toilet paper.
No, hold on. You want to hear a funny story about toilet paper?
I have socks. What?
You want to hear a funny story about toilet paper and my mom? Check this out.
Oh, no.
My mom is one of those people that get like the big, huge bags at Costco.
Me too.
Right? Okay, no, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, for sure.
So at the beginning of the pandemic, she got really nervous and wanted to prepare. So she ordered toilet paper off the internet.
Mm-hmm.
And she sent me the tracking number after like a week or two. And she's like, Steven! And she sends me the tracking number after like a week or two saying, is this legit? And I look it up and I'm like, what'd you buy? And she goes, I bought toilet paper. And I was like, Mom, it's coming from China. I was like, you bought toilet paper from China. So long story short, like 2 months goes by and she finally gets it. And she literally, I wish I saved it, but she literally calls me and she got the toilet paper and the rolls were this big.
Oh, that shit happened to me.
Yeah, it was
they're like 5 sheets.
Yeah, dude, it was this big. It doesn't have the inner roll.
Yeah, that's what you get in prison, bro.
It's this thick. And
you get the prison rolls.
Oh my god, it was the funniest thing.
Dude, those things are crazy.
I couldn't believe it. I was like, Mom, first of all, you ordered from China because you were nervous.
Yeah.
that you weren't gonna get toilet paper.
But you look at it, right, and it's like you get 400 rolls, right, for like $8. And you're like, oh, I'm good for life, right? But if you were to make it a regular roll, you have like
It's 4.
10. You
It's
have
like 4
10.
rolls.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh my god.
Oh.
So
So
funny.
we had a couple other. I'm just gonna read off a lot of these because some of them made me chuckle. How are you so hot? But it's spelled HAWTTT.
Oh, I just woke up like this.
All right. This one was actually, you know what? I have to say, we get a lot of like random ass questions all the time, but this one made me like smile because I was like, damn, like I'm glad people are good out there. Magic_outsider. I'm even gonna shout out your name here. Said, are you doing all right?
I'm alright. Thank you, man. I'm good.
Nice.
Right.
I like that. I like that genuine question.
Yeah.
That's what's up. I'm gonna be honest. The last couple of weeks, the reason why I've been okay is because of these two guys.
Oh, stop it.
No, I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious.
Dude, we
You guys have
appreciate it.
literally
We
kept
love
me
you,
straight.
man.
You
We
guys-
absolutely, yeah, dude. We absolutely love you. I told you already. I'm not taking you out for drinks, but after this bullshit's over, we're going out for some burritos somewhere.
I mean, you can have a burrito. I don't feel like getting your into jail. I don't know where you get your shit. You get a fucking Taco Bell burrito.
He has constant agina.
I do, man. I'm not gonna lie. I ate half a burrito for breakfast today.
Of course
so-
you did.
Tyler, if your last name doesn't end in a Zez or something like that, you're not the one I trust for burritos. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, dude, I actually do know some like decent spots, but I was thinking we'd go like into the city and find somewhere
The
good.
city, bro.
I don't
I
know.
live in Queens.
I'll come out by
Queens
you.
is-
Yeah, we'll come out by you. You bring me to a burrito spot. I trust you.
For all you guys who don't know this, okay? I live in Queens, New York. And in Queens is rated the #1 place for food internationally that is authentic. You cannot get more food that is authentic anywhere in the world but Queens.
It's good to know, though.
You
I'm
know
gonna
how
have
to
to, dude, I'm gonna have to come out to Queens.
hold on, my queen has asked for a drink.
She says she'll have a drink. Yeah.
I will, of course, facilitate this.
So just to clarify too, it's
Dude,
not
it's
that I
gonna-
don't
it's gonna
drink or that
happen.
I wouldn't drink with Xavier. It's just I'm not paying for his drinks because he's told me he can't get drunk, and I don't want to go
It's really
broke.
hard for me to get drunk.
Yeah, so I don't want to go broke. That was that right there. But
You can buy me his share of drinks. I don't
Yeah.
drink at all.
Just
I don't
get
drink
me
at all.
ginger ale,
So.
bro.
you two are cheap dates.
I know, right?
get an authentic pizza joint like Sbarro's.
Oh my god.
Here's the funny thing. C-Dub loves Sbarro's because we were talking about pizza another time. He's like, my favorite is Sbarro's.
When I go to airports, Sbarro's.
Exactly.
Well, because
Yeah.
it's safe. You know what you're gonna get. That's
Yeah.
the biggest thing with that.
I
Yeah.
agree. I do the same thing.
So then on the complete opposite side of the spectrum here for questions, but this one made me chuckle too. What's the first animal that comes into your mind after hearing the word forest?
A duckbill platypus.
All right. Damn. I like it.
Good.
Thoughts on people saying you and Pig Cake look like brothers?
I never understood questions like that.
I don't know, man. I just read them.
Like, what's your thoughts on this? Like, why do maybe I don't have a thought.
That's fair
I
enough.
have a better question. If you were Pig Cake's brother, what would your name be?
Ham fart.
Fahad.
Fahad.
Fahad. Did you just say Fahad? Is that what you said?
Fahad. Boston. You'd be from Boston.
He would. Okay, so Pig Cake, I would probably be beef bread.
Red. All right.
How about Horse Muffin?
Horse muffin, dude. Oh, you. You. Oh no, we almost matched up, dude.
Oh god, I love it.
Oh God.
So,
What
how
kind
many-
of what
Go
kind
ahead.
of mics are we using? Rory wants to know.
I'm using a
Yeah.
Rode Pod.
Xavier has this Rode Pod mic. Steve and I have the Shure SM7B.
SM7 Business.
No, this is
Yes.
not the Pod Mic Pro or whatever. This is just the $100 cheap
Yeah.
A pod mic.
Yeah, the Pod mic versus the Procaster.
Procaster.
The
That's
Procaster, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, next question here. How many effects, any type, do you carry around in your head ready to go at any given point in time?
I have no idea. Like I literally just look around and I'll just do shit. with
I love that.
Like,
I love that. Like that's one of the things that I just absolutely love about the creativity of like actual like people who want to learn from magic and not just be like people who use gimmicks all day. Nothing against that, but I like that creative aspect of it where it's like you see things in a different way. Like you could pick up this little like Velcro band and you're thinking about like how you could use that in a routine or whatever. Like I love that. That's awesome.
His name should be Madge-Guyver.
Sounds like Vag-Guyver.
No, it sounded like Madge-Guyver.
Yeah, but people don't know who MacGyver is either these days, man. Like,
he's such a genius, dude.
Right?
Oh my god.
Horse Muffin and Madge-Guyver. It's brilliant.
This is insane.
Dude,
Yo,
I'm filled with ideas.
Can I tell you? Did you? Oh man. So you know, at one point there was one episode of MacGyver where they were gonna say his whole name, right? Do you remember this shit?
No.
It was like the episode. It was like, oh, MacGyver, you're gonna find out his fucking first name or something. And I was watching it, and the cable company decided to do work the exact moment.
you know what his first name is, right?
No.
It's Angus.
You're fucking lying.
Swear to God, dude, it's Angus MacGyver. I
still
wish I
haven't
was
looked
fucking
this
with
up.
you, dude. It's a Scottish last name. They had to give him a Scottish first name. His name is Angus MacGyver.
It should be Mike MacGyver.
Mike MacGyver.
Mike is just a cooler name with MacGyver. That's
I
why they
mean-
called him MacGyver, because
Yeah.
saying his name's
His name is Angus.
Dude,
What
I wasn't
the
bullshitting
fuck,
you. Why would
dude?
I lie
I've been
about that?
so mad over this.
Are you any less mad now?
You know what the funny thing is? The fact that he didn't even look it up.
Oh my god.
Dude, I did look it up. I'm just that good. I'm so sorry.
His name is fucking Milkless Cow.
Gracious.
Really?
Dude, I love it.
Oh.
First name is Nick.
Like his name should have been like Kobe or something. Like,
Colby? No, dude. It should have been Mike.
Angus.
Or Matt. Mike or Matt? Matt MacGyver.
Matt MacGyver.
Angus MacGyver. Do you know how stupid that sounds? If his dude in this show, he was such a badass. He's not a badass anymore because his name is fucking Angus.
No, actually, that makes him more of a badass. 'cause
No,
he grew
it
up,
doesn't.
It makes sense, dude.
No.
He was probably picked on when he was a kid.
Then he
and
would have been a
people
cop.
made fun of him and
He would've
hated him.
been a-
And,
No, he would have been a cop or a fucking corrections officer.
No.
He wouldn't have been a badass in Universal. Like, I'm gonna give me an avocado and a toothpick, and he makes a tank.
dude.
Oh,
I
I'm so upset. For the last like 20 years, I've been mad at this fucking moment, and now you tell me his name is Angus, and
You know
I'm
what?
mad at myself for fucking being mad this long.
You know what though? I'm gonna tell you right now. I think you would have been mad for 20 years because his name was Angus, and so you're welcome for not letting you
Yeah,
find this
No,
out.
I
until this
wouldn't have
moment.
given a shit. I wouldn't have given a shit. I'd be like, oh, his name is Angus. That's stupid. I'm not watching the show. Let me watch Airwolf.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, well, let me watch Knight Rider instead.
Knight Rider.
Oh my god!
You know what
I
I mean?
wanted Kit so bad. I mean, I don't know who
Dude,
did.
everybody
but, like,
wanted
yeah,
Kit. Who are you talking
But,
about?
like,
Dude, my
there was
mom, look what my mom just said.
he's cool. I like him.
You're her second favorite. Jackson's her
Oh,
first.
Yeah. So here we'll get you onto a better question then. Now that we're you're mad about Angus, what excites you most about Magic right now?
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't been excited by much Magic lately.
I already know the answer to this.
Do you?
Yeah,
Dead hands?
right here.
No, that has nothing to do with Magic though. Like
Right.
that's the thing, right? Like,
Right.
I've been in the Magic industry for over 15 years, in some respect. I've been in Magic over 20 years, and I'm not saying that I'm jaded and I'm bored with it. I'm more fed up with the old school mantra thinking of Magic that
Yeah.
holds so many people back. And I think the thing that's been exciting me the most is that YouTube is allowing me to pull away from that.
Right.
So I think that's what I'm excited about the most, the fact that I'm not thinking about that anymore, and I'm just thinking about just what I want to do.
Right.
Nice. Dude, fair enough.
Yeah. Definitely interesting when new school
Oh
collide
no,
with old
there
school.
is one effect. I'm sorry, this popped into my head. There's this one effect that Bo showed me that I think Lost Art's gonna be releasing that I am excited about.
This
Dude,
the yeah.
sugar thing. Right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
you take a packet of sugar and you pour it in your hand, and then you pick some up and you go whoop, and it's a fucking sugar cube, dude.
Yeah. No, that sounds dope. That does sound dope.
Come on.
Jimmy wants to know who is an up and coming magician that you've got your eye on.
Mateo. I think his last name is Pittinger or something.
I'm 99% sure Mateo is in the chat.
Yeah.
Is he really?
Yeah, yeah.
That kid.
Oh, I
is
love you, Mama.
my queen.
Night, Janice. Thank you for coming in. We always love that you
Until-
stop in.
Until the next junk show where we shall meet and cross paths again.
Don't buy any more toilet paper from China.
Yeah. Seriously.
Stay away from the tile.
Yeah. Two rolls.
Mateo,
rolls for
that
life.
is you.
Yeah.
Man. You must
Let
be
me-
on cloud
listen,
9 right now,
guys,
bro.
Whoever's here, go check out that kid's Instagram right now.
What's his handle? Type your handle in there,
Yeah.
Mateo.
Yeah, drop it in the chat. We'll throw it up on the screen, man.
Dude, this guy makes fucking puppets that are literally Jim Henson quality.
Is this the dude who made your puppet?
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
yes. First off, dude, puppets are awesome.
Amazing. Yeah.
So dope. The
Yeah.
quality of that puppet just blew my mind. When X was talking on it, I'm like, all right, let's check this
Yeah.
out. He showed it. I was like, holy shit, this puppet is amazing.
Yeah.
So kudos on you, man, for that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah. And Mateo, the only
There it
reason
is.
why I haven't used it yet.
Mateo P Magic.
There you
All
go.
right. Everybody go check him out. Go follow him on Instagram.
The only reason why I haven't used it yet, Mateo, is because I can't be around anybody and it's hard to film a video.
While being a puppet master.
Being a puppet master, yeah.
Did you get it just because you wanted to call yourself a puppet master?
No, I told him not to make me one, and he fucking found my address and sent me one.
That's dope.
I don't know if that's creepy or if that's
How's
dope.
he find your address? I tried for 5 minutes the other day to find your real name, and I came up blank.
You know, I think he looked. I think when he bought something from my site.
That would make sense.
Nice.
Yeah. I love card magic, but don't have a lot of time. Any good books for quick tricks? So I'm gonna say something there that you can completely say no, you're wrong, Tyler. But I feel like the big thing with magic, if it's something that you really want to get good at and actually have impact with, it takes time. And finding that time, yeah.
Yeah,
Like-
you're right, but at the same time, sometimes people just want to fuck around. And that's
Yeah.
cool too.
But are like books the way to go for that though? Because I feel like,
No.
dude, you got to read a book. Yeah, that's where like I kind of want to go with that. Like I think if you want quick tricks, like downloads you can watch on your phone are probably the best bet these days.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And seriously, like if you're just fucking around, you're just playing around, you just want some quick shit, YouTube's got plenty of stuff, man.
That makes sense, and yeah, and it's free,
It's free.
so can't go wrong. Strike second or a push off.
Depends on the purpose, and it depends on what you're doing afterward. So,
Alright.
you know, like most push-offs require this weird kind of jut out, and you can't do certain turnovers with it, whereas a strike, it just kind of goes right into the fucking double, you know, so depends.
All right. This question here says, "What not to do while performing magic?" And I feel like the answer is shit your pants. But anyway,
Yeah, obviously. So we'll start with the A's. Jesus Christ, what kind of question is that? There's a lot of things not to do. Don't punch the person who's paying you. Don't, you know what I mean? Like, don't show up naked unless that's what they're hiring you for.
if you're Wes Barker, show up
Yeah.
naked.
If somebody says, "Hey, can you make my wife disappear?" Don't slit her throat right there. Wait till
Oh,
you get-
jeez.
wait till you get- You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of things not to do when performing. So, I mean, it's not really. You got to be a little more specific.
Here's a good question from which I never know how to say this name. Sack.
Satchel Swede.
All right, there you go. X, is there a question you wished you were asked? Meaning, is there something you think magicians are missing the point on, or something you're surprised you're not being asked? And I don't think that's specifically for the show, but in general.
Okay, so. I don't know. There's not a question I wished I was asked. there are things I wish magicians thought more about, and a lot of it has to do with them being honest with themselves. So I just wish magicians were more honest with themselves, that they could be more objective, so that when they're doing an effect, they can say this is shit and not do it or make it better, instead of just pumping it out and saying laymen love it.
Makes sense.
Yeah. It's fair.
Mark says he has a collab idea, a magic trick involving a shoe, and he would want to help you make the shoe.
I mean, there's like 400 tricks like that.
No, but he's like a...
Yeah, Mark like makes and repairs shoes
He
for like
makes
a
and
big
repairs
Canadian
shoes.
shoe company. He does dope work.
Oh,
I
yeah.
keep telling him he needs to start making videos of him doing like shoe stuff. Like he
Dude,
did
that
a
would
couple
be
like
huge.
that's
Stuff
what
like
I
that
keep
is
telling
huge
him.
right now.
He did a couple IGTV ones where it's like how to repair your leather and how to like replace soles and stuff like that. And like I
No,
love them.
forget about that. Just literally repair shoes
Yeah.
and
And
just show it.
And
Mark, make it
hold
happen.
on, dude, he has way more than just repairing shoes. The motherfucker dances while he does it. Like he's dope. And just another little thing about Mark is the dude looks like someone that you would walk into maybe like a bathhouse, and he'd be like,
What the f-
"No, hold on, hold on."
I'm waiting. I'm just
Let me
confused.
finish. And he's like sitting at the back of the bathhouse with his towel on, just sitting there, and everybody is like, everybody knows he's the king of the bathhouse, you know?
I think he just called you like a Yakuza boss, Mark.
No, he is totally a boss. He looks like a Yakuza boss. He is a boss, and he dances and he fucks with shoes.
Dude, the
Are
shoe
we
thing.
done? Are we done with the bathhouse?
No, dude, he is a freaking boss. You should see him. He looks like you don't want to mess with him. But he's the nicest dude on the
He is the
planet.
nicest dude in the world. We love
Yeah.
Mark. We absolutely love Mark. So I had,
The strangest analogy.
I know, dude. I did not know where
So,
that was going.
Yo,
I'll
this
be
guy's
honest.
such a badass. Imagine you're in a place with a bunch of wet, naked men.
Oh my god.
And
Oh
he's
my
in the
god.
back, fucking spread eagle.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
And,
I didn't
his
say that.
fucking tallywhack is just, it's not even, he's not even in the water, it's just touching it like this. He's just making it touch it like that. That's how fucking bad. He doesn't even need to stick his whole dick in the water.
He's so badass, you would do it for him. That's
You
how
know?
badass he is.
They raised the pool to his junk.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What was the next question? On next.
There was one that came in from the Mark. Thank you so much, man. We appreciate the support and,
Thank you, Mark.
and love you.
Thank you, Mark.
Nicholas Hanna wants to know, as a magician, knowing how the effect is done, does that take any of the magic out of it for you, or does it give you a bigger appreciation for the performance part of the magic?
It depends. There's no. I say this a lot, right? Like, I don't have yes or no answers or definite answers to things like that, because sometimes the performance is bad, sometimes the method is bad, right? Sometimes they're both okay, sometimes they're both great. It varies, right? So it really boils down to what that effect is doing at that moment. If it's a good effect, if the method is good and I don't have to think about it, like, you know, because it's so blatant, then I could just worry about the performance. And sometimes the performance is bad, and then all I do is care about the method, you know? So
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Yeah.
All right. Next
What's this
question here.
I'm like a donkey.
Jesus, this is gonna be this. I feel like this. Some of these questions are just not worded for the best response. Favorite moment with a group of magicians, 4 or more people.
What?
So imagine a bathhouse, right?
Oh my god.
And in the back of the bathhouse, there's this fucking badass.
His
With
name's Mark, I
people-
think.
With people lifting the pool water to his junk.
Oh my god, that's real magic right there. Oh my god.
And by the way, he's wearing shoes in the back.
Yeah. And they're not old shoes; they're brand new shoes.
Fucking repaired.
Actually,
God.
they're really old. They just look new because he's such a badass at fixing them.
Oh my god.
Goodness gracious.
Breakfast cereal in milk, is it technically soup?
Yes.
Okay.
What?
I mean, it's fair enough. I think soup is just a liquid with like stuff in it. So, you had a video downplaying YouTube magic tutorials, but that's all you do. What was your point?
Yeah. So there was a transition period. There was if you would have spoken to me about 2 years before I started doing YouTube, I was very against YouTube tutorials because I was listening to the old mantra.
Yeah.
Right. And then, listen, there are people can change their minds. People change their minds all the time.
Yeah.
And at that point in my life, that's where my mind was. My mind was shrouded by ignorance.
That's cool.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
no,
no,
and I
that's
think
great.
I think it's awesome that you can acknowledge that as well, though, and like you realize that.
I
Yeah.
have to acknowledge it because I was a huge proponent of being like, YouTube exposed you and fucking all this shit, man. And I was one of the forefront people that was like, fuck this and stupid and they're not real. And I was wrong. I was completely wrong.
Yeah, it's cool. It's the fact that you left it up says a lot. It's cool.
Dude, I love that. I think for anyone who hasn't figured it out tonight, X is one of the. Well, first off, this just popped up on my screen. I didn't notice that at first. But anyway,
One of many.
one of many. Yes. Which one in 2018?
So there was this bathhouse, right? And
Oh my god.
Jimmy says, "How hard did Jabrizi fall off?"
Listen. A lot of people hate the kid. Maybe rightfully so. People were like, "Oh, he's ruining magic." I don't think so. There are people who have done way worse than him and didn't ruin anything. So fucking whatever.
I mean, yeah, I don't think he's ruining anything but his reputation.
Dude, that guy's making so much money now he doesn't care.
It's just sad you wear pants on YouTube. I miss the Twitch talk. Nicola, that is an amazing statement.
Wait, what?
Nicola said, "It's just sad you wear pants on YouTube. I miss the Twitch talk."
I mean, I'm naked under my clothes, if that helps.
And Nicholas, the answer to your question of how many bathhouses do you hang out in, the answer is all of them.
I have memberships all across.
Oh my god.
You know
it's
who you
easy to
pay?
pay.
You know who you pay the membership dues to? Mock.
Yeah.
No, you know what? Actually, I have a special account that allows me unlimited access to bathhouses. You just go to relationship.com.
Dude, that really is just such a brilliant idea. Like,
no,
Why are you so scared to do it?
So good.
Because I don't want to.
'Cause you don't wanna be that guy?
Relationships.
You what?
Because in essence, I become a madam. You know what I mean? Like,
To some
not.
extent.
yeah.
So,
No.
dude, so add. So here's the thing, though.
Oh.
If you add a little bit of a level of self-management to it, where you're more the middleman instead of the actual manager.
Then I'm just a dating service.
No, but people on it's only through the computer.
Yeah, like.
No, it's not.
Oh, that's what I thought it was.
Oh,
No,
so-
this is a whole package. FaceTimes.
So you're
fucking
basically
text
facilitating
messages.
sugar daddies.
Ah,
Oh, so that's different.
simping.
I think you should do it. I think it sounds phenomenal. Whose OnlyFans did you have to subscribe to for the global membership?
Nobody. Relationsimp.com.
Please tell me you have the domain at least.
You know what? Did I buy it?
Let's find
I
out.
might have bought it.
Let's find out.
Even if it's not bought, it'll still show up and just say it's not registered.
That is funny.
Dawn said she could totally see you as a pimp.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He's dude, you'd be a simp pimp.
Bro, pimping.
Oh my god, dude.
It's always a treat. It's always a treat when famous pimps meet. Feel me?
X, I'm not even gonna lie. Not only is it available, but it's on sale.
Oh boy. No,
For
I'm not doing that. I'm selling cars, bro.
Oh my god. Also, GoDaddy is brilliant.
Speaking of CODs, where can you get these?
No1.shop.
Yeah?
It's pinned to the top of the chat for anyone who isn't sure how to spell no one.
Pinned to the top. Look at this.
Make it happen, baby.
Dope.
They're dope.
Epic.
And I'm gonna tell you, they feel great. They fan beautifully.
Yeah,
And I love the fact that the red in the diamonds and the hearts is like a little bit of a darker red. It's got more of a kind of yeah.
But
it's got a nice vibe to
It's
it.
kind of ashy too. Like it's not just pure.
Yeah, no, it's washed out and darker, which is really a nice combo to it. I love the simplicity of the color of the quartz because they really they're consistent across, which I think is awesome, but they just look so nice. They fit the theme of the deck so well.
Yeah. I just wanted something that I would use and you know, like something old, something new, right? So.
I love that like filigree scroll work on the back.
Yeah.
Like it reminds me of something you'd see in like a ritzy like mansion fence. You know?
I did it. I mean, I just like that for the older people that think that the design on cards matter, this can fly.
Yeah. How many X's do you see on the back?
3.
Yeah, I see 3 too. I see this big one that covers the whole card.
Yeah.
So cool. I love that.
Dude, I love it too. What's up, Emily? How you doing?
Emily, what up, yo?
She's the one that pretty much made the deck.
Yeah.
Got it all designed.
Nicely done. Dude, C-Dub wants to know who your favorite hip hop artist is.
Oh boy, I got so many. Right, lately it's been Kendrick Lamar.
All right, fair enough. Oh, and there was one other question. What was it? I have to go see what it was here too. I have to read it.
Sci-Hi the Prince is also good.
Dude, have you heard of AK?
Yeah.
Bro, so good. Super talented. Oh, dude.
I'm not a big fan of him. You know,
fuck that. Dude, go watch his new shit. Go watch his new stuff.
Right,
if you don't like him, we have an issue.
Oh my god. Steve.
I'm telling you, bro. His new stuff.
Cassidy is sick too.
Off the chains, dude.
I've been feeling Little Soldier lately.
AK all day. Listen to him.
The Soldier is awesome also.
It'll change your life. Go watch his newest video.
So Luke Wadey wants to know, if you weren't Xavier Spade, what suit would you be?
Okay, so when I was making my name, I was going through like
an X-Men phase.
Yeah, no, I was like trying to figure out, you know, what was the last name gonna be? And for a while I was like, oh, I was like into Ocean's 11 and shit. I was like, I want to be Xavier Ocean. Yeah. And I was like, well, my initials would be XO, like hugs and kisses and shit. That's not hardcore.
Yeah.
Can't do that shit.
It's creepy. Yeah, but XS is not really cool either. That's like extra small.
Or in excess.
No, there's no I. It's XS. Extra small.
In XS. Whoa. What happened?
Oh my god.
They were getting hacked.
Dude, how long did it take you to create your videos? Because they were super rad. And, you know, you did them by yourself. So
Yeah.
how long? A lot of people don't understand the work that goes into creating something like that.
The second video, the trailer, I did today. I think I started filming it at like 7 in the morning when it started snowing.
Yeah.
And then I finished editing, and I think it was like what, 4 o'clock when I showed you guys.
Yeah.
Like the finished edit. So that was that. The other one took me well over 20 hours to render the section that a person got mad at earlier. That was 20 hours of my fucking life for
Dude.
about 3 minutes of
How
video.
did that unsub feel?
Amazing. It was fucking great. Dude.
Oh god.
Keep unsubbing.
It's alright. When his name pops up on relationship.com, you'll know you won.
Yeah.
Gotcha, Jimmy.
Oh my god.
Send him the wrong person.
I'm just gonna fucking zoom on his account.
Ugh.
Yeah, so that was 20 hours to render.
That's crazy.
And like I remember one of them. So there was one that took about 3 hours to render, just one section. The part with the 6 monitors, that was about 3.5 hours just for that one 15-second clip.
Damn.
And I had to render it 5 times because it fucked up.
Welcome to the world of video.
Dude,
editing.
After Effects is a pain in the ass sometimes.
Yeah, I hate After Effects, but I realized I'm gonna start using After Effects on my PC and not on my Mac. My Mac just can't handle it.
Yeah, you actually need like a beefy graphics card.
Yeah.
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 But is that all the questions that
we had one more that came in. Hold on, I have to find it on the YouTube channel.
Oh.
the
While you do
YouTube?
that, I'm
Yeah, I always
start-
post on the community thing, so someone
Oh,
commented
cool.
there.
I'm gonna start building this website.
Let's see what we got here. The question was, there's so much like, all right, here we go. Oh, do you practice or have you ever practiced any cardistry or flourishes? I think we touched on that earlier, that you are bad at cardistry.
Yeah, man. Like, I worked so. I worked so hard to make sure that the moves that I do can't be seen. Right?
Yeah.
That it's almost at the point that my body doesn't know how to show you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just, like, I start doing shit, I'm just like, is this supposed to happen now? I feel like an idiot, right? So, I don't know. I think I love where cardistry has gone. In the very beginning, like, I had videos on Illusionist and stuff where I was making fun of cardistry, because in the very beginning, it was people doing card tricks, and then they would just add in a move, and they would call that cardistry. Right, so I put out this video, and I was like, look, just because you do something fancy doesn't make it istry, right? Like, if I have a bunch of cookies, it's not cookie-stry, or, you know, if I'm doing fancy shit with birds, it's not fucking birdistry, right?
I think we should start calling it that, though.
Right, but I made a video, and like at one point I bought cookies, and I was like doing I was doing like the worm and shit with cookies.
Nice.
And then it progressed, and I was, you know, and in the video I said, you know, you guys need to make it your own thing, like, you know, the look, the feel, something, like, make it something. And they did. And then years later, people would come up to me and go, I saw your video. And I go, yeah? They go, what do you think about cardistry? Dude, it's fucking dope now. Back then it was absolute shit.
Back
you know what I mean?
Tavo
Like,
was doing it?
huh?
Back when Tavo was doing it?
Yeah, around then, man. Like the
XCM,
and shit.
Yeah.
Like, it was terrible. Like, it was just like very clunky and fucking, like, it was just about being difficult, but nothing about style.
Yeah.
I mean,
There was
some of that now, but
there was also a lot of rigidness around that whole kind of movement at that time. So I think.
I mean, and there's still kind of that rigidness around that movement.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I think that the XCM side of it has.
Wait, that's still a thing?
Well, no.
I think. Yeah, I think people mistakenly sometimes still
There's
call
no
it
more,
XCM.
There's no more Ulnum trials? Where you shuffle with your fucking dirty toes? No more of that?
No, none of that.
That was the nastiest thing, dude. Seeing somebody shuffle a deck with their toes.
Rory, have a wonderful evening.
Rory!
Thank you so much.
We love you so much,
in.
man. Thank you for stopping in.
We
Can't
love
wait
you,
to have
Rory.
you up on here at some point.
We will hit you up to set up your show, because you need to have your face on it.
Yes.
When did I transition from cards to mentalism and hypnosis? I've always done them together. So, A lot of people don't know. I started out doing stage magic. And I used to do card manipulation and birds and fucking parasols and illusions. I did all that shit. Then I started doing close-up stuff, and I did cards and mentalism and anything that could be done close-up and on stage. I did all that shit, and it got me into hypnosis, and I became a certified hypnotherapist. And all that
That's
other stuff.
dope.
So I've been doing all this stuff in tandem for years.
Nice.
Is the 52 dead? I mean, sure.
Now I heard the other day that there's this like misconception that Daniel Madison started that.
No, Laura London started the 52.
Yeah, that's interesting because I thought someone said that Daniel's like the one that was responsible for handing out the numbers or something.
So originally it was Laura London, Daniel Madison, and Peter McKinnon.
Oh, right on.
And then things happened, and so yeah. I'm not gonna
So it is what it is. That's it.
Yeah, it is what it is. The last two cards, though. The last two cards was Rico and I think Lisa were the last brother and sister. That was it. And then they asked Danny and Garrett, and they're the Jokers.
Okay.
Oh, now it's the 54.
Well, 52 plus Jokers.
Yeah.
Right, convention.
Better watch out. Lee's coming for you with a trademark infringement suit there. Nah, I'm playing now. Yeah, dude, that was the end of the questions we had pre-submitted. But any questions in the chat, guys, feel free to drop them. I know you've been dropping some good ones already. I know Mark just asked a minute ago, favorite 4-player arcade game, and who's your favorite wrestler?
Turtles in Time? Seriously?
Dude, Turtles in Time is not a bad game.
No, he said favorite, and I said Turtles in Time. So
Yeah,
that's my favorite.
solid
game. I said that shit wasn't good.
Oh no! I thought you read it in the chat and you were like, seriously? Like, no, that's a solid ass game, yeah, dude.
Like, there's no other 4-player game that's good.
That's true. Oh, and who's your favorite wrestler?
The Undertaker, and it used to be the Ultimate Warrior.
Nice.
Yeah.
Ultimate Warrior was dope.
And then I used to like Hacksaw Jim Duggan because he looked stupid.
Oh, dude.
Yeah. But later in life, it became Macho Man.
Yeah.
Because he was such a boss near the end of his life, dude.
Yeah. I mean, it's so crazy. Like, that's when I used to watch wrestling. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Andre the Giant.
When characters in wrestling fucking mattered, right?
Back when it was WWF.
You know?
That's been a long
Fuck
time
animals,
since then.
dude. I mean, I love animals, but you know what I'm saying? Like, come on. Why are you taking on?
That's the thing. It's like, yeah.
Ruined it.
It's still WWF to me.
Yeah.
WWE. Fuck off.
The Dragon, exactly. He was dope. Dude, one of the biggest things I remember from the Warrior, whatchamacallit?
Ultimate Warrior?
Ultimate Warrior, is how tight his freaking strings were.
Dude, I tried that once and my hands were purple.
Dude. So crazy how tight he did that.
Like I was just dead.
Oh, dude, that's right. Jimmy Superfly Snuka. That's right.
Oh my god. Ric Flair.
The golden. Oh no, he was the perfect one, right?
Well, I don't remember.
Yeah, he was the perfect one.
What was it? IRS? Remember IRS, dude? No. He was the lawyer. He had the fucking briefcase and shit. Always wore like a button-down shirt with a tie and suspenders and cut off, like ripped off sleeves. IRS, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that name during that time.
Mr.
Roddy Piper, of course.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah, he was in WWF in the 80s, yeah.
Hold on, I gotta look up this guy now.
The IRS?
Yeah, IRS was also Mike Rotunda was his other name.
Oh, okay, I know that name. Okay, Mike, I know Mike. What about the brothers? Davey Boy and What was his name? Look up Davy Boy. Is it Davy Boy Smith? Something
Yeah,
brothers.
Davy Boy Smith.
It's Davy. Dang, look at my memory, bro. What were they called?
I don't know.
Yokozuna.
The what
Oh my god,
brothers?
Yokozuna was the man.
No, he wasn't. He was many men.
I mean,
What was the brother's name? The Hot family? Yeah, I remember them. They were crazy.
Yeah.
Didn't they all
Oh, the
die
British
from like
Bulldog,
crack or
Jim
something?
Duggan.
the British Bulldogs.
Oh yes, the British Bulldogs. That's who they were. They were dope.
Bro, wrestling used to be fucking
It
valuable.
used to be cool. Now it's stupid. Once The Rock in like that time period.
I think The Rock was like the end of the cool period.
Yeah, I think he should have been when it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That would have been cool because The Rock.
he just dropped a TV show about like his kind of journey through everything. They just aired the first episode the other day. It's called Young Rock, and it's all about like his like life and everything. I got to check it out, but it looked interesting.
I mean, I love that guy. He's a genius.
He's next level. I mean, you talk about someone who hustles. Like,
Yeah.
that dude hustled hard.
He's nonstop. That's for sure.
Any other questions in the chat? I feel like, all right, Gavin says the first episode of Young Rock was great. So good to know, Gavin. I'm definitely going to be checking it out soon.
Where is that, on
Nice.
Pornhub?
I mean, you can probably find it on there. You can find anything on there, I think.
You can find Tyler eating a burrito if you look hard enough.
That is a site that has not been, I don't know, unless Steve's secretly filming me while I'm eating burritos on camera, I don't know.
Dude, did you ever hear about that guy who was uploading things on Pornhub that were like ridiculously PG?
No.
It was like pizza guy delivers pizza, and
It was just some dude dropping
it was
off.
just a guy. Woman opens the door. He goes, "Here's your pizza." She goes, "Thanks," and takes the money, and the fucking door closes. Like that's the end of the video.
You get like a ton of views, got a ton of money out
Oh
of
my
it.
god. That is so good. That is
That
just
is
like,
funny.
that's so brilliant. Spade Does Magicians is on there, C-Dub said.
Hey yo.
What's your favorite color?
Man, it varies lately. I don't really have a favorite anymore.
What's your favorite bathhouse?
6th and.
Oh my god.
goodness.
Spade Does Magicians is on there. It's called Slights of X.
First, that's a cool one. First deck of custom cards you ever got to play with.
I think it was the original Ghost deck,
Nice.
Right on.
and I still have it.
The illusionist one.
Yeah, I still have it.
Nice. That's cool.
I don't have the box.
Is it still usable?
Yeah.
Hey, he has it like close by too. Man, this deck looks disgusting, but it still handles beautifully. Look at this.
Ah, here it is.
Oh, damn.
So this is.
Look at how nasty this looks.
That's grimy. Yeah, it's worn.
But it handles great. Look at that. Oh yeah. Let's see it, man.
Oh, damn.
Nice. Yeah. Sweet.
This is the first and only Ghost deck I bought.
Nice.
And I have the gaff cards for them too.
Nice.
First deck you ever received.
I don't know.
What was your go-to, like when you were first starting out, before custom decks were really a big thing? What was always your go-to? Was it whatever was cheapest, or bicycle, tally hose? What was your kind of jam?
Well, I mean, I use stripper decks a lot because I would use it to hustle people. So it was like bicycle.
You just
This
liked
thing
it
is
because it
just
said
clean.
stripper in it.
So clean.
I would literally hustle with them.
Really?
Yeah, and then I found tally ho, and I was like,
Yeah, see, there's like a pattern here. You have stripper, hoe, like, what's the deal
yeah,
here, dude?
Yeah, Hoyle. Am I right?
Oil.
Hoyle.
Ah.
Then I ended up using Hoyle for a long time.
Nice.
T-Dub wants to know if you collect decks.
Not really. I just, a lot of the people who make cards are my friends. So I just get, like, sometimes I would come home from conventions and should have bricks of cards. I'm
Nice.
like, I'm no fuck.
Nice.
I'm never gonna. Like, what I do at conventions is I used to pack like 7 or 8 bricks of cards, and I would go to a Magic convention, and there's always that one kid that's looking around at everything, and the parent is behind him going, "Oh my god, please don't," right? Because they spent so much money already. Because conventions are not fucking cheap.
Right.
Yeah.
And a lot of conventions are dicks in that they make the parents pay also just to be with their kid.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So they have to pay flight for 2 people, hotel, food for 3 or 4 days. Then they have to pay 2 convention fees.
That's stupid.
Right? So there's always that parent, right? That's just, oh shit. So when I see that, I go up to my room and I will grab a brick of cards and I just go, "Give this to your kid later. Don't say nothing about it." You know, I just go away. That's it.
Nice. You're a nice guy, Spade.
Bro, I'm never gonna use all those fucking cards, man. Like,
I
let's
know.
be real.
Especially now. Because you have your own deck.
Yeah, especially now.
Your own deck just came out, right?
That shit is crazy.
Why don't you tell us about it?
No.
Where can we get it?
I'm not gonna say shit. Just go to no1.shop.
No1.shop. Dude,
Pinned in the chat.
pinned in the chat.
It's still so
No1.shop.
surreal, dude.
If you buy 4, you can create the dope quadridiptych.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a quadridiptych. Steve and I said it wrong a couple times the other day.
Ho,
and
ho,
we had
ho.
to look it up.
Do you have a mouse in your pocket? I didn't say it wrong. You did.
Are you a mouse that I could put in my... I'm very confused by this.
Oh, when people say we, they're
I
like,
didn't say we, I said Steve and I.
same thing, same as we.
You ever been hanging out with a couple, right? And then, you know, everybody's joking around and she goes, "Well, that's why your dick stinks," or something like that. And it's, oh,
Jesus.
shit, man.
What?
So Steve, also, it's called a quadriptych.
Quadriptych. Okay.
Yes, or a polyptych.
Elliptic. Okay.
Motherfucker, if you put 4 decks together, it makes a dope image, alright?
There you go.
You can check out the dope image on no1.shop.
Word.
It is a
Taken-
dope image.
Taken by a wonderful photographer,
Very dope image.
who will rename. Oh my god.
No, I didn't like. They don't necessarily say that, C-Dub, but like, you know, they like somebody will say something that just starts the argument. Like, "Yo, bitch, what the fuck you saying right now?" You know, it's like, "Yo, say that shit for the house," you know.
Oh my god, Mark just brought up like an old banger too when Steve used to tell people I was colorblind. I forgot about that shit.
I didn't. You're still colorblind.
Wait, what?
Oh my god, I'm really like not. And for the longest time, people are like, "Wait, Tyler's colorblind?" I'm like, "No, I'm not."
I just can't see reds.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, no.
Everything else is fine. Why are
Oh
you
my
saying?
goodness.
I don't even think like anything like randomly. Like one day, Steve's just like, "Yeah, Tyler's colorblind," and it's like it wasn't even related to anything, and it just stuck.
Have you ever had a friend that you never knew was colorblind until you asked them
Dude, yes.
something?
You want to hear a funny story? So, my friend Tyler, the other Tyler, not this one, even though this one is too, but my other friend Tyler is colorblind. I never knew. He's a photographer. He's a photographer and a videographer. Okay, and I remember I was working with him on a video project, and we were we were going through the videos, and he was color correcting stuff, and it just looked like trash. And I'm like, "Bro, what are you doing?" And he's like, "What do you mean? I'm color correcting." I'm like, "No, you're not. You're not correcting. You're like making it worse." He goes, "What am I doing?" I'm like, "Right, the colors are way off." And he's like, "Oh, I'm a little colorblind." And I'm like, how are you a photographer and a videographer and you're colorblind? And I'm just hearing about this now. So
Dude,
every time he shoots like weddings and stuff, he always has me edit his photos.
That's crazy. I found out once at a show, like a friend of mine was setting up his show and I was setting up mine. And I was like, "Yo, can you just grab that green thing for me?" And he's like grabbing all this random shit. I'm like, "Bro, the fucking green thing. Like, just give me the green thing right there." And I'm like, why are you handing this to me? He's like, "What green? What? Like, what green thing?" I go, "Fucking this." He goes, "That's green?" I go, "Well, what the fuck other color could it be?" He goes, "It looks brown." I was like,
That's funny.
Oh my god, I love it. I absolutely love it.
I don't think he knew he was colorblind.
Well, nowadays they have those glasses too. For a while, I was watching those reaction videos of the people who got the glasses the first time. First off, that was brilliant marketing by them. Like, yo, watch these people basically cry because he's got these glasses, and then you're sitting there all teary-eyed because you're like, this is so beautiful.
Yeah, bro.
Like, damn, dude. And those things aren't cheap either. Like, they're like $800 for like a pair when they were doing like the promo deals on them.
But
So,
it's so worth it, though.
I mean, it's basically life-changing for a lot of those people. Like, that's spectacular.
It's so worth it.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of my favorite parts, I think, about being like alive in the time that we are, is like seeing these, like, I mean, granted, I think any probably generation could say it, like, dude, imagine being alive when cars were invented, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But like being able to
remember when they added water to the toilets? Woo!
That was probably a great day.
Mm.
But yeah, no, I mean,
Then they took it away not too long ago. I remember when I was growing up, they actually had water in the toilet. Now all the new toilets are like half the amount of
Oh
water
yeah,
they
they put like a half a shot glass in the fucking
you can
bowl.
change that if you go into the fill valve and you set the level on the fill
No,
valve.
I got
higher.
you, but like
You're
by
a fucking
default,
science experiment guy right here.
by default, my luck, I'll change it,
Dude,
and
but it's
I'll
the
be
worst because
pooping.
you go
I'll
to
be
take a
pooping, and my
shit.
poop will touch my butt.
No, but you go to take a shit, you just hear it hit the side of the toilet, like.
God, I'm sorry, everybody. We knew this show was going to be a dumpster fire.
Or a sticky toilet shit.
Sticky toilet shit. I love it.
Thanks, Mario and Luigi. Wait, how'd we get on Mario and Luigi?
I don't know what's happening.
I think they're calling us Mario and Luigi because you two are, because you're plumbers. You're talking about plumbing.
Oh,
And we're talking about plumbing. I
I
don't
was
know.
talking about shit hitting the toilet because there's not enough water.
yeah,
Dude, that is the worst, though.
But you know what's also bad? Poseidon's kiss.
Oh my god.
what's
All right,
that?
so there's
You don't
that's
know
when the
Poseidon's
water
kiss?
comes back up and touch your ass.
Oh yeah, I didn't know what it was called.
So there's a
dude.
real easy way to save that. You just drop a single sheet on the top of the water before you drop it. Dude, dude.
How about you just slow your shit down a little bit? Like you don't have
You
to
can't
fucking
control that
rock it.
sometimes.
Yeah,
You
man.
can't
What?
control
I'm gonna
that
tell you, with the
sometimes.
amount of burritos I eat, you think I got control?
Bro, Tyler, the way you're talking, bro, when you fart, it sounds like a yawn.
Okay.
Fucking Tyler.
You know, you gotta make the noise.
Swapping.
Oh.
Yeah, he goes to take a shit, now he goes.
Oh my god.
Good.
It's like a straw getting filled up.
I know, C-Dub. We got some crazy conversations here on Deckin Around. You can't get this anywhere else.
Yo, C-Dub is fucking his toilet up right now. What, he's putting on a new wax ring?
Oh my god.
You don't want to fuck that up.
Dude.
Because then you'll fuck up your floor too.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's how you need a new floor, and if it's on another floor, a new ceiling. So
Yeah.
Oh,
dude,
dude, that ring is disgusting
It
too.
is
It's
disgusting.
like a poop ring. It's literally like
dude,
Yeah.
it's like a big fucking ring of earwax. that's
it
sticking
is.
down.
It's so gross.
it's
And
disgusting.
then you gotta put it down. You're just like.
Yeah, I think the worst part is picking up the old one.
See,
Well,
that's
the
why
only-
you hope
The
it's
only way you
stuck in
can
the
put it
toilet.
down is by doing that. Like you have
Yeah.
to go.
See, like I've been lucky when I've had to switch out toilets that the ring came up with it, and it all goes in the trash on its own. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, there's nothing
But
fun
even
about
putting
messing
a
with toilets.
new one down is the same as like.
yeah, it's gross.
And it's
then
I'm pretty sure it's
you go like
beeswax
this.
too.
Yeah, whatever. But then you go like this, and you're just like.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that.
What the fuck is going on?
Oh,
What the hell are those?
These
Luke
are
Wade's,
the
grid. Yeah.
Series 3 deck from Luke Wadey.
From Wayne Brady?
Yes, Wayne Brady.
Dude, if Wayne Brady made a deck, I would buy it.
I would buy it too.
Oh my god.
Wayne Brady has to choke with
I don't know if it'd be good or if it'd be terrible though. It's kind of
it would be
I don't care.
terrible, but they
Yeah,
would
but
sound
I-
great.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's
It would be terrible, but we'd all buy it anyway
because it's Wayne Brady.
because it's Wayne Brady. Is that
Oh,
purple?
okay.
Is that purple drink?
Yeah.
Nice purple drink.
That's how I live my life, baby.
Oh
we're
my
not
god.
we're not getting into that, C-Dub.
Not again. Too soon.
No, that's a
Alright.
little too much.
We're not that old yet.
Yeah,
Too
that's
soon.
a little too much.
Too soon?
Oh my god. But with that being said, does anyone have any other questions in the chat?
Last minutes here.
And you got to make sure to stick around for our Guess the Guest for next week.
Oh yeah.
Which I will give credit where credit is due, but this brilliant idea came from this beautiful motherfucker on the screen with us right now, Mr. Xavier Spade, who told us we should Pokemon up our Guess the Guest.
It's not.
Who's that Pokemon?
It doesn't work very well because
people all look the same.
Yeah.
I mean, in a silhouette they do.
Yeah.
You're like, oh
Yeah.
man, do they have hair?
But also too, sometimes you're putting like really obscure people. Like I remember watching once, like, can you guess this guy? And you're like, here's your clue. He's got hair.
Lorenzo Caggiati,
right?
yeah.
And I was just like, wow, it looks like, I don't know.
Like every person you know.
No, like it was like, is that like George Costanza? I don't know. I'm just saying that because you said it earlier.
kind of looks a little like George Costanza. I
But
think
then it's
Lorenzo
like, oh no, it's Swedish. And I was like, oh, that guy.
We're still working out the kinks in the Guess the Guest. So now we'll give a clue and try not to make it too hard or too easy.
Like maybe you should. All right, so I'm gonna do some live.
I have a good hint for this week's.
All right, but here's the thing. I think at some point in the middle of the show, you should show it
Instead of at the end.
Because you do it at the end, you give them 30 seconds.
That's not enough.
But realistically, you're giving them 20 seconds because of the delay. So a bunch of times people have guessed, like I'm watching, people are guessing, but have already said a second before. Guess the time is up, but there's still 5 seconds on the clock.
Yeah.
Right? Because
of that delay, yeah.
Because of the delay. So do it maybe
in the middle.
of the
That's
show.
a good idea, man.
And then reveal it at the end.
And then do it at the end and give like a minute, man. Like, what is it gonna hurt you?
So yeah, Steve and I talked about the minute, and we tried to figure out because the minute ended up being a long time, but as long as we chop it up over it, it's not too bad.
Yeah. And then also too, like once the timer ends, add another 5 or 10 seconds.
And we could give some more clues along the show.
Yeah.
Just like little hints and clues. That way people have a better chance to win shit that I have that I'm trying to get rid of.
Steve wants you to guess this so bad because he wants to get rid of Hall Pass. And what else do we have?
I have like 10 freaking tricks here that we're trying to give away, so I hope you guys get this one right.
That trick from George Iglesias, find Santa's pants or whatever it's called.
Santa's helper or something. Airplane ride, Santa's helper.
Yeah,
Santa's little helper or Santa's
airplane mode, and Santa's helper, something like that. Yeah.
Don't ask.
We'll show you sometime, X. You can.
No, I'm good. I'm in the card business now.
Oh my god.
You are. Why don't you tell us about it?
For anyone who hasn't,
dude, I'm so bad at pitches like that, dude. I'm just like, I ain't telling you shit.
That's why you got Steve and I here.
Tell us about it. What is this?
If you like my cards, go buy them. They help support me, and I'll try to make some more dope decks for you. That's it. That's how I pitch stuff.
Awesome jokers.
Dang, look at these bad boys. Beautiful. These are beautiful.
They really are. They do fan beautifully. I think, and like we mentioned earlier, for anyone who is watching who hasn't picked them up yet, if you pick up a brick, you get 11 standard decks plus 1 signed and sealed deck. That is a limited offer. There are only actually, do we want to tell them how many there are, the signed ones?
Sure, 52. So
there's, only 52 of the signed decks, which means the first 52 people to buy a brick will be getting a signed deck as part of that brick. And after that, they gone.
Yeah. Check out this fan. Look at this fan. Oh.
Hey, I could teach you how to do one later.
Please.
I just watched Chris Ramsey's tutorial.
Chris does it like this. He does it with the
he does it. He does it the way I do it. Yeah, so
that's why your fans look all fucked up. Look at that.
Dude, you got to pull back with the index finger.
What?
Yeah. So you get a bigger fan.
Like that?
Yeah. Because if you just do this, right? You see? Right? But if you pull back with the index finger.
Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, I see what you're saying.
So like, let's say you do this, right? You just pull back like that. So you do a fan, and then you pull back with your index finger.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, it gives you that little bit of extra in the beginning.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I also when I do my fan, I put it like in the crease, so I can't really get it further.
I do it here. Like,
Oh, that's why. So I'm already full. I can't pull it back anymore.
You're full.
See, I can't pull it back anymore because it's already in the crease.
Yeah.
Oh, look at it.
Tell me more, step bro.
Oh my god.
On that note.
Oh my god. So guys, we're going to take a quick word from our sponsor here. Stick around to find out who next week's guest is. We are going to give you a little bit of extra time at the end of it. So even though the countdown is going to end on our side, we are going to count it out to 15 after that too. Steve, if you want to give your clue,
doesn't automatically come up?
It does. So Steve, here's what we're going to do for this week. Steve, you give the clue now. That means people have 30 seconds to think on it while the ad's rolling, or maybe 18 seconds. I don't know how long the ad is. And then will roll into it.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Our next week's guest is a female wardrobe magician.
All right. So let's take a quick. On that note,
100%.
Join us as we celebrate the marvelous and fascinating things that surround us, all in the palm of your hands. You will be mesmerized. Follow us on Instagram at MarvelousDecks and at MarvelousDecks.com.
Yo, what does it take to become a sponsor?
What?
give us a shout. We'll chat after.
All right.
We'll hook it up. Yeah. Also, I just want to say something too, because Jimmy, learned a little bit earlier what the web press was, and then he said just picked up a brick of bikes at Sam's Club for $9.99, but they weren't made on a web press. Ironically enough, Jimmy, they were made on a web press. So Bike puts pretty much any of their standard issue decks that they print millions of a year through the web press, just for speed and for consistency, why
it's just not crushed.
Yeah, it's just not crushed as in the stock. And what you will find is that's why more often than not, when people say USPCC registration is trash and you look at custom decks and it's significantly off, it is very rarely off on Bike decks or any of their like standard issue decks, because they run through a different cutting process with the web press.
Yeah, the bad process is the ones that like fold the uncut sheets on a pile and then they stamp them.
And now that you guys had a lot of time here, we're going to drop the guess for next week.
Actually, no, let's see if anybody gets it.
There's David Copperfield. There we go.
All right, everybody start guessing now. We're going to run the reel, so go for it.
All right.
Let's see if you think anybody's going to get it. Candy Circle, who makes my money disappear.
X, you're muted. Unmute yourself. The video auto-mutes you.
Oh, yeah. I was like, it's definitely not David Copperfield.
Leah Kyle, no. Not the one. Nope.
It's a good guess, though.
That is a real good guess. Everybody's guessing her.
Yeah. And I can always pull the video before it roll. I can't now. It's going to reveal in a second. And...
yeah.
Got him. Got him. They never been.
Don says every female magician I know has already been on your show.
Xavier is a girl.
Yo, let me just say, if I was a girl, it'd
What?
be fucking disgusting.
What? What happened?
But I'd be thick. I'd be thick.
What?
He said if he was a girl, he'd be thick. Steve, don't do it.
Come on, why not?
Because you can't find it fast enough.
I can, but you just told me not to. I'm gonna do it anyway. You ready for this?
That being said, I still actually have. That being said, next week's guest is going to be magician Alana. She is a phenomenal magician. Magician Alana. Her name is Alana. She goes by Alana. She is a magician from Germany. She's been on Penn and Teller Fool Us. She won German Grand Prix a couple of years ago in, I think, 2018. Absolutely phenomenal magician. Really takes the idea of building your routine around what you enjoy to the next level. I mean, all of her stuff is based around wardrobe and fashion, which is her passion, which I think is really awesome. So we're really excited to sit down with her next week, chat a little bit about how she got into magic and yeah, we hope you guys will check it out.
Heck yeah.
Dude, and X, dude, thank you so much for coming on, man.
Babe,
Bro, it was your pleasure.
I love
It was
you.
our pleasure.
No,
Without question. It
I
was.
can't
you.
even say that shit seriously. Oh, hold on.
Oh my god. I wish you had never taught Steve what OBS was, but I'm just kidding.
We love
Nah,
you,
dude,
Spade.
dude.
Everybody in the chat, thank you so much.
Oh my
We
god.
absolutely love you for coming on here and hanging out with us. It was a great time. For those who picked up Spade's deck, thank you for doing that and supporting him.
Seriously.
If you
We
haven't,
appreciate
check
you
it
being
out.
here.
Don't worry. You know the stimulus checks will come.
Yeah.
And
I also just realized that next time we have you on, I have to set up my OBS so that way I can be one eye, Steve can be the other eye, and you can be the
oh,
mouth.
dude, we could do that right now.
I can't get close enough on my thing. But like, here, I got.
Wait.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, come on. Let's fucking make it happen.
See,
Steve,
that's the problem. I don't like with the Zoom.
All
It
right.
doesn't like with the Zoom. It's
just
focused.
fucking edit it
There we
real
go.
quick.
Let's
I'm
make
not
it a
on
little
the
lower here.
camera. I'm not
There
on
we
OBS.
go. There we go. Oh,
I can't. Dude, that was like dead on too.
We will
can't.
get the we will
We
get
just look
the,
like we look like a chubby young kid.
we will get the Voltron style cameras going for next time for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, shit.
But guys, thank you so much for coming out. We honestly love each and every one of you for coming out and supporting Spade in this new awesome deck, for supporting the show,
Thank
for
you,
enjoying what we do and jumping right in on the shenanigans. Make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. You don't want to miss what's going to be dropping. And keep an eye out for the deck specs tomorrow because we're going to be taking a look at the dead hand so you can get an inside look at everything about this deck. Honestly, I'll tell you right now, we absolutely love it. But
This is my hands after playing with the deck. They're dead.
oh my god.
They're dead, dog. I can't even hold the deck. They're dead.
Oh my god. But thank you so much, everyone. Enjoy your night, and we will see you soon.
Peace.